And he went black.
It looks like way.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep, we
Yeah, I
got
can
you.
hear you.
There you go.
I
Would
think
you
my
like to go
phone's
through
still
the
recovering from earlier. Right at the
Yeah,
end, my mobile hotspot
there you go.
overheated.
Rhonda, would you like to go through chat and welcome everybody that's in there?
Sure. I see we've got Big Wrench Catfishing with us this evening. We've got Catfishing with Kaz. How are you, Brenda? We have 351 Cleveland who just popped in, Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors, and Jose's Catfishing so far this evening.
Uh, Gel Bait and Tackle.
Yes.
That's a new one.
Yes. I noticed Big Wrench is also a new one. Welcome.
Well, if you're new in here and you like what you're going to be seeing tonight, please feel free to subscribe, hit the bell, and hit the thumbs up. And we're going to do something a little different tonight. We are going to open this tonight with prayer for the children and the families that were affected in the shooting in Texas. So, if you guys wouldn't mind to take a moment while we open this in prayer, if you don't mind, Smoke.
No problem. Lord Father, we come to you today to say thank you. Thank you for giving us health and strength, another day to see. Thank you for everything that you've been able to do for us, even though we've made things think that we've been going down hard roads. But the journey at the end of the day is blessed by you. But we come today to ask for a special blessing for the family, friends, even the children that were horribly slain by uh all I can say is a devil. So Lord, we put their family, we put these kids, we put the world in your hands, Lord, that we know we gotta have trying days, Lord, but they'll be able to see paradise while we on earth before we do enter those pearly gates, Lord. So we pray for the world, we pray for everybody, we pray that we can get through these horrible times and be able to support one another. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. And thank you, Smoke, for that.
Thank you.
So, again, tonight, people in chat, if you do have questions for Smoke, please put question marks in chat so we can notice them and see them and get them asked. And we're going to let Smoke start by giving. Who has the second device open?
Not me.
I thought I heard an echo. So,
Not that I've
Smoke,
heard.
would you give a little bit of a background on yourself?
Sure. Um, Birth name James. Born in Virginia, raised in DC. Um, Father of four. Um, Neighbor. Community network manager. I almost forgot what I do. An avid fisherman.
Amen. So, what got you into fishing for blue cats? What gave you? What was the passion that got you into it?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost him.
There he is. Nope.
He'll be back.
Yeah. He was having trouble with his phone earlier today at the end of that live.
Hello, Big Wrench, Joe Bait Tackle, Cause 351, Brian B.
Brian B.
Welcome, Mike Sampson,
welcome.
MI6. give him. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but you got him.
There he is. Yep. As soon as I can get the option, there it is.
Uh-oh. My phone said it's gone on vacation. It's been doing too much work for the last 2 days.
Do you remember the question?
I think I was finished after I said an avid fisherman. I got a very simple
No, I mean,
boring life.
I asked you what got you. What was your passion about getting into fishing for blue cats? What was the motivation about catching those big cats?
Coming out the womb, I was born into fishing. Grandma fish, pops fish, mom's fish. So that was my whole life fishing. So but I think blues really came into the picture once I became part of the catfishing community and everybody in the community targeting blue cats. I was a rookie. I didn't know the difference between a channel, a flathead, or blue. So I guess I would say that joining the community was when it gained my passion for blues and to see that they could get that big.
Now, would you agree with the term "the tug is a drug"?
An extreme drug.
It'd be more of an addictive drug, wouldn't you agree? An addiction.
Exactly.
But it also it would be more of an inspiring passion to keep thriving for the next big cat. Yeah, Rhonda? Whoops,
Yes.
where'd he go? I see the window.
Where'd he go?
I was gonna let you loose on him.
There he's back. Oh, and we lost the sound again. Yep. Let him go back out and come back in.
Hey, Mike's Fishing Home. Welcome, bud.
Thank you, GLB. Hi,
People in
Mike.
chat, as you all know, Rhonda will be a co-host on every Sunday night, and Kaz is still doing the Channel Cat tournaments. So I will have a host for the Channel Cat tournaments, and Rhonda will be live every Sunday night with me.
We need Kaz to be a guest.
Yeah, but she works Sunday nights, so we have to work with her on the schedule. I want to get Kaz up here as a guest. She's the only one I haven't had. Lady Engler, I haven't had yet as a guest up here. Tony Harris, how you doing?
His phone's now having an argument with him over overtime pay. I guarantee it.
Either that or he baked a memory. Oh, Tony Harris says he's running around the house looking for fish. I wouldn't doubt it.
That's the one thing we did yesterday. We had about 100 rods out at that meet and greet.
Oh, here he comes again. Tony Harris, if you're on Facebook, message me. If not, email me. I thought you said you had him.
I got him. I hit the button. I'm just waiting for it to add him.
Oh man, I don't think the devil enjoyed me saying that prayer right there. So hot spot.
Hey, we're having fun no matter what he does.
Oh man,
That's
exactly.
He's not going to stop us. So, Kaz, if you have anything for him.
Now, what was the last question before we went?
The passion for blue. Why? What was your passion for going after blue?
Oh,
the tug is a tug.
What was your feelings when you caught your first big blue over 20 pounds?
Terrified. Like I literally got to stick my hand in that fish mouth to pull that hook out. I'm not even gonna lie. I was ready to pass the fish to somebody else. Like, take care of that.
Smoke. I've met you. You're a tall guy. You're a big guy. I can't imagine you being afraid of a catfish. I'm sorry. I just cannot see it.
Oh man, it was just something about that mouth opening and that wide.
Hey, Smoke, have you ever seen a big flathead's mouth open?
No, I haven't. Not in person. I've seen it on TV.
I hooked into a 47-pound flathead, and when he opened his mouth, and I knew my head could fit in there, and it shut down, I'm like, my little hand is going to hold that jaw, and he's going to clamp on it, and it's going to be like a sardine.
Yeah.
You could put a beach ball in there, and he would clamp down on it, and he wouldn't care. Flathead's mouth is almost like wider than way wider than the blue. And I tell you what, they'll take in some big fish and big baits, and if they're not careful, they'll kill themselves trying to take a fish in that's way bigger than they are.
Oh man, yeah. As a grown man, I must admit, when I saw the mouth of that fish, I had second thoughts.
Hey, when you see the mouth of a flathead up close and personal, message me. I want to hear what your feelings are. Because
I want to be there. I want to see him scared.
It'll probably be part 2 of this conversation.
Hey, it's going to put a whole new aspect into a big mouth.
Oh man!
You know what a big mouth bass looks like, right?
Yes, sir.
And will be nothing compared to a flathead's mouth.
Oh man! Got me having second thoughts of going to catch one. I've never caught one in my life, but got me having second thoughts.
No, don't. They're better fighting fish than the blue. They fight like a torpedo underwater. They don't come up, and they try to run for any cover they can find.
Oh wow! Sound like a carp.
It's way worse than a carp.
So, Smoke, is the Potomac River the only place you fish, or are there other places, creeks, rivers, ocean?
Probably the last 2 years, it's been the Potomac. Go to different spots to saltwater fish, but that's normally family trips, hang out, picnic type things. So yes, it's been pretty much the Potomac for the last couple of years.
Of all the spots you do fish, what seems to be your favorite spot to fish?
The fish I was fishing today is and Stand Day, the waterfront. That's home. When I came back into the city and got back into fishing, that was one of the first places I went, and that's where I caught my PB at.
Speaking of PBs, since you went there, what are some of your PBs?
Only 2 that I've kept even the thought of is a 51 blue cat and a 26.3 carp.
Nice. We have Alvin that just came in, and we have Freddy's Outdoors Adventures that just came in.
Now, I know you do the catfish, and I know you do the carp because I do the Stand Day with you on Sundays. But are there other species that you like to target as well, or is that pretty much where you like to stay with the catfish and the carp?
Mainly with the catfish, thanks to Richard Montano of teaching me how to catch carp. So within the last 2 months, it's been a carp adventure. But I just love to fish, so it don't matter what fish is there. I'm always willing to learn. So if there's someone to teach that's on the water, I'm always willing to learn to better my fishing skills. So I don't pretty much have a target. That's why I named my channel what I did. It didn't label it a catfish or no specific name. So it gave me the room to just to roam. As long as it's a monster, I'm good.
We have Mad Cattle catfishing come in, real time Catfishing, John Parker.
Hello,
Now,
everybody. Welcome.
We have Jose's Catfishing in here, which we all know. Now, I heard through the grapevine that you're looking to start a program. What inspired you to be put in a planning mode for this program?
My personality, who I am. I run a nonprofit, Aquatic Kids, teaching kids entrepreneurship and financial literacy. My job is to help residents better their self. So when I came in this community, I ain't come in for numbers. When I fish, I want to keep it as a hobby. I done turned a lot of my hobbies into businesses and regret it. But one thing I've always wanted to do was help people. So I've noticed that, that was one thing about this community that first and foremost, we were there to give a helping hand, even though most of us have never personally and physically met before. But the love just online that we show each other, I've always wanted to get into that corner and build out to help the community. People that can't fish, people having financial difficulties, whatever it is, where we can give a helping hand.
So I know, I don't know how many people in the chat knows about this fishing clinic that you're going to be holding on the bank on the Potomac. Would you like to go into that?
Say that one more time.
I don't know how many people knows about this fishing clinic that you're going to be starting up on the Potomac for helping people learn how to fish. Would you like to go into that?
That's what he's wanting to do. He's wanting to.
Okay, matter of fact, I'm in communication. I'm waiting for them to send me over the MOU and the contract with Anacostia Park and I guess that's Urban DC, where I'll be teaching youth fishing and water conservation, trying to clean up the water so we can have better quality species as well as more species to come in.
That's good because you'll fit right along with the trash bag challenge I'm working on. And when I do that live with a couple lady guests, it's biologists and something else, you might want to be a part of that.
Hey, just let me know. I'm always willing to help. And that was one of the things that I've noticed when even going to the public parks is nobody wants to clean up behind themselves. Everybody want to party.
Yeah, they trash it and it gets blown in the rivers and everything else. And fish can't clean up after you.
Exactly.
They can't swim. They can't get away from that fishing line that's floating in the water that gets in their gills and around their fins and tails and kills them.
Yeah.
Ducks can't get away from that stuff.
No.
Just like, speaking of ducks, we had a Canadian goose at one of the lakes I go fishing at for bait fish. I called fishing game, and we had to catch that goose because he had fishing line wrapped around his legs and had a broken wing from trying to get the line off its legs that was tied to a bench. And so I used a cast net to catch him to get him subdued to where we can get him taken care of. Then we had to ship him up to a place for recovery. Because that goose was suffering and he was not doing very well.
I know yesterday while out on the Potomac, I know Team Snag and Whiskers was using their net to grab plastic bags as we would see them floating by if they were close enough that we could net them and bring them in and throw them away. We were doing that yesterday.
I used cast nets on the Mississippi River for that.
And see, that's the one thing that we always look into the government and everybody else to clean up. But it's something, a part that we can put into it. And I think if we put more of an effort in, then the government will start putting more of an effort in.
Oh, Brian B's. Oops. What Brian B saying, chat?
Smoke also fishes the Anacostia River.
Yeah, he's giving away your secrets.
Yeah, that's what Brian do. But that's my buddy.
Now, here's a question. Out of Haz and other people that fish the Potomac River, Chunky, DMB, and Stan that fishes the James, which one of those three would you want to go fishing with and why?
Say the names again.
Out of all the people that's on the Potomac River, has Brian B and all them, and DMB included, and Stan, which one would you like to go fishing and why?
I was gonna say Brian B until you threw Stan into it. That man Stan shares a pack with Jeremy Wade with Potomac River Monsters. So if I had to pick out any of them, it will be Stan, just because of the love of River Monsters. But Brian B will come in a close second. One thing I joke and tease Brian a lot, but one thing I can say, he's been a supporter since day one. When I was learning the nuances with YouTube and everything, he was there step by step to help me out. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Team Potomac and go with Brian B, just because of the support and love that he's shown me.
You see that statement?
Pick Stan too. Yeah, you can't go wrong picking Stan.
Now, if you ever wanted to go on the Potomac River and catch a flathead, I'd say go with DMB. Because he's caught blues and flatheads before.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rhonda.
Do you have any superstitions that you carry out before or during your fishing times?
I did. I broke myself out of it. I used to have a countdown, like when I wouldn't catch fish and, a period of time, no bites, no nothing, that I'll count down from 10 and say hit. I did that one time and the rod bent over. So for about 2 years, I did that straight. And then I had to wean myself off of it like a drug. So no superstition. Fish gonna do what they gonna do.
Yeah. Any favorite snacks or drinks that you like to have when you're out on the bank?
Besides water, ginger ale. I had to wing myself off of Pepsi, so ginger ale.
And Brian wants us all to know that he didn't pay you to say that.
I wish he would have. Then I'd have felt better saying it. But yeah, lately, since the weather been changing, there's been a lot of Gatorade.
Gotcha.
What's your favorite flavor of Gatorade?
Orange. They don't make a black. Orange and black rules everything, but they don't make a black ginger.
Hey,
Gatorade.
I've been trying to get them to make an orange blackberry Gatorade drink, but they won't do it.
Yeah, hey. Then we can move to that one if they did. But on the water, it's strictly black and orange.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if they'd make the blackberry orange Gatorade, I'd be happy.
We need to give them a call.
We have Phil Water in here. We have Chad in here.
Hey,
so if I can get my mods in chat to post, to share out Smoke's link and help him. If you have him hook set, post him out to your social medias and to your community tabs, and let's help him get out there, get known, get people to find his channel and to support him, because he's got a lot of good potential and he's got a lot of good videos and stuff. We need more people like him out here in this community that's going to be helping kids and helping clean up trash and help with resources. So thank you, Brian B. Rhonda?
Going back to rigs, and we'll break it down to catfish first. What type of rigs do you prefer to use, or how do you set your rods up when you're catfishing?
Strictly Sandy Cooper. Okay. Mostly Demon Dragons. There's a lot of Whisper Seeker, a lot of their rattles that I use. but strictly on Sandy Cooper.
And then for carp?
For carp, I have your basic hair rig with a spring method feeder with a 31 flavor pack bait.
Cool.
And I'm not lying. It's club, but it's probably close to 15. Richard broke down all the different ones. I couldn't remember what goes with what, so I just put it into a gumbo and said, let the carp figure that one out.
No,
and it's been working.
Is this the pack bait that you use corn jello and panko bread mix, or is that a different?
I use all of them, including oatmeal, grits, cornbread mix, even Chex.
I got a carp mix that you can make for under $5.
Oh man, I may need it because I think mine close to $35-40 by the time I finish.
And it's only 2 ingredients. It can be a total of 3 ingredients if you make it right.
Now we'll get more detailed and technical with the carp as I learn.
But see, this one's so cheap, you probably have all 3 of them in your house. Bran flakes, banana, and strawberry Kool-Aid.
And I've heard of that. I forgot what channel I was watching. Catfish and carp. But he added what was it? He added rice to it with bananas and chocolate cocoa.
All you do is take the bran flakes, crush them up really good. Throw your powdered, it could be unsweetened or sweetened Kool-Aid that you throw in there, and your bananas, and mix it real good until it kneads and stays on a regular J-hook.
I'm gonna hold you to it because next Sunday on Stand Day we're gonna have that mixture and catching carp. So if I don't catch no carp, I'm coming to have a conversation with you, man.
Hey, next Sunday I might be on Stand Day using
and he's reigning champion.
Hey, Smoke, I might join that next Sunday using that mixture.
Uh-oh.
Because that's all I use to catch carp.
Oh, I definitely would try it out.
And hey, you don't need a big sinker. All you need is a split shot, maybe 10, 12 inches above the hook. And that low hook with a bait on it. But if you have current, it won't stay on it. Current, that does not work well in the current. But on lakes, it works really good. And you can cast a good 30, 40 feet with that.
I think I have the rest of it, you said, in my mix, except for the bananas. So I may just have to add the bananas to my mix and make it a 32 flavor.
Oh, but see, where it makes this bait with the bran flakes and bananas, I either use strawberry syrup or I use sweetened Kool-Aid that's in the powdered form and just dump it in there. And I've caught catfish off of it.
Yeah, our channels love it.
Channels, I've been catching small blues with it. Dink blues on it.
Yeah, so I got to try that out. I'll make sure I give you all the credit if I catch something big.
I've caught red ore suckers with it. I've caught carp. I caught buffalo. I mean, nothing small. I've caught some 20 and 30 pound buffalo off of it. So it's that sweetness that gets out there and the oil of the banana that gets out there that draws them in. I like it. Plus, it's only maybe $3-4 to make.
They said you learn something new every day. Thanks for the lesson.
And it beats going and buying a $2 can of corn, a $3 box of panko, and all that other stuff just to throw it together to make it. And you don't need no bucket. You can do this all in the 1 gallon Ziploc baggie.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense, especially how much the gear costs. You got to save some money somewhere.
Right. And if it dries out a little bit, just add a little bit of water to it, knead it, put it back on, get it on the hook, and use it again. And it's completely edible.
Uh-oh.
So if you get hungry and you're not catching fish, you can cook that. Makes a perfect snack.
Oh, man. Eat what I feed the fish. How wonderful.
Hey, Richard Ward.
So here you go. Here's a good one for you. Of everything, every place in the world, every species in the world, if you had a dream vacation or a dream fishing spot, where would it be and what species would it be for?
I'm not sure of the actual location of the water, but a tigerfish.
Gotcha.
But the dream spot will be the Nile of the Congo.
That's cool.
There's a recipe for you.
Yeah, I was just reading that. Quick oat, wheat germ, peaches, and heavy cream. Sounds like people are making breakfast, not carp bait.
We make smoothies.
It just sounds like breakfast.
These are tricks that are something simple you have in your house.
Exactly.
And you don't need to go buying. To me, I'm not knocking what other people do for carp, like the panko mix. I like it, but to me, I'd rather stick with a simple recipe. Because a lot of people can't afford all that panko baits and the weights with panko sinkers and stinger hook and stuff like that.
Now it can become expensive. I know for a fact. In the last 2 months, learning from Richard, I done spent over $600 in carp gear.
Carp fishing gets really expensive. If you don't believe me, go watch over in the UK how those people are spending.
Oh man,
enormous money for carp gear. And people in China and Japan, they have these extensive nets, extensive rods, and tricks for catching carp.
Yeah, and you can't even post on their sites unless it's in a basket held a certain way. Oh man, they very bougie on that side of town. But hey, I guess when you have a love for a species of fish that much, then hey, it's well worth it.
Oh yeah, but we lost her now.
She said she was leaving. She wanted to show us her fish tank.
Yeah. If I could move my tablet, I'd set it down in front of the live well. But I'm charging the battery on my tab on my laptop. Because I got at least, I'd say 25, 30 bluegill in there right now. But that's all bait. I did have one goldfish in there until all this bluegill went in there. I don't know if that bluegill's still alive or not.
Poor goldfish.
I'm still waiting to catch a baby blue to put in 125 gallon, but
I did that.
I got one for you. I'm going to get it. I promise.
I did that with a channel cat. He got up to 7 inches, and the bluegills said no more.
Uh-oh.
They ate him. They picked that channel cat clean all the way down to the bones.
Oh wow.
They left nothing but skeleton in the bottom of that aquarium.
Yeah, bluegill's not a joke in aquariums. It's a whole different monster when it comes to aquariums.
Actually, even in the lake, they're a monster. Because I found out just by watching how these fish react with other fish in this aquarium, that in the lakes, they're the same way.
Oh, wow.
If you put 13 bluegills in there with a baby channel cat or a goldfish or other panfish that swim by them, they're going to attack them. They'll destroy them. Not just one. You got 10 or 12 of them that's going to attack another fish.
I know the one I have here in this, we had started with 3 and he bullied and killed the other 2.
Oh, wow.
So they don't play. They not nice.
I never knew they were that aggressive until I started keeping them in fish tanks.
Yeah. But now I know where to go to get your baby blue. I know where to go to get your baby blue.
I've learned a lot from both the catfish and the bluegills and the crappie and stuff that I put in this live well. And if I let them go to their natural ways of feeding, I'm going to have dead bodies floating in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I've had a crappie, a 2.5-pound crappie try to eat a 3/4-inch bluegill, which he did eat it. And he's in the process of eating his third one before I took him out and put him in another tank. But it just shows you just how much of a predator system you got in the lakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. So, Smoke, are you a mono or a braid kind of fisher?
Before carp, strictly mono. I wouldn't dare try to put braid on a bait caster. But with carp, I do use braid on my carp rods, but on my catfish rods is mono.
Are you a circle or a J-hook kind of fisher?
Circle to the dad.
Even for carp?
Now don't give me the start line because I'm still.
Well, that's why I wanted to ask.
I don't know what type of hooks those are. they look like a hybrid type, circle type J hook. So I'll have to get back with you on that one. I'm not even sure with that.
Trust me, I got to say, those are octopus hooks.
Okay.
I got the same hooks that you're talking about, but they're like a tiny 6 or a tiny 5 size hook.
Yeah, I use 6 and 4s.
Those things are deadly on those carp.
Yeah. It just was. It was so. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
Now I was saying that I used to buy the pack. I think it came 8, 6, 4, and 2, but then I kept using the 6 and the 4s, and then I got to buy more because I'm just sitting with the other ones. They didn't tend to work too well, so I decided to buy the kit and didn't know that it was shrink tubing, other tubing. Oh man, I've been in here like a science lab trying to learn. So hopefully I got it together now.
Hello, Max Fishing. And by the way, to answer your question about those hooks, go on Amazon because they can sell them to you in bigger quantities of a packet that you can get them, so you don't run out as much.
Yeah, now I done got to the point. YouTube videos probably about 26 hours of video watching of creating the rigs myself. A lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you prefer spinning reels or bait caster reels?
I guess that goes the same with the line. Catfishing, strictly bait casters. With carp, it's always spinning. For some reason, I can't work the tension on a bait caster as well as I can with the spinner. Because a lot of times you got to let the carp run. If you let him keep pulling on it, he gonna spit it out. So I work better with a spinner, and I haven't mastered the bait caster yet. Plus, every video I've ever watched, it was a spinning rod. So
I found out with spinning rods, you can control them better. But with bait casters, you can keep that tension so tight on that hook, they can't spit the hook.
Okay.
Because I use a pin rival, bait caster, and I got to chinching on that rod, on that reel, to the point where if I click the button for the drop, the sinker hit the ground, but it won't backlash.
Okay.
And I can cast it. I can cast that thing almost a country mile if I put a heavy enough weight. But I've yet to use that rod for a carp. I want to use it for a carp because I want to find out what that Penn Rival is going to do to it. But I know using that Penn Rival for catfishing, if it keeps that kind of tension on that hook and line, it's going to do the same thing to a carp.
Yeah.
Because that's just a winch.
Yeah, so I guess it's just comfortability. It's more comfortable to use a spinning than a bait cast.
You just got to get used to knowing how it operates and how to cast it without backlashing and adjusting the reel drags and all that stuff.
Yeah, and then you're talking going from 4 and 6 ounce sinkers to 1 ounce, and it just feels funny just casting that bait caster with that light
right
lead on it.
You're going to light lead on a bait caster, it's going to throw you completely off.
Yeah,
because you used to using 4, 8, 10, 12 ounce weights on a bait caster and launching it, then you go down to like a pellet, a BB to cast it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's gonna be a whole different ballpark.
Yeah. And then it hit the water funny. Then you got a backlash sitting in your face because you expected to go a little further and it dropped right then.
Yeah.
And there. So
that means you have to go ahead and readjust your reel drag just to where you won't get that backlash.
Yeah. And it's a lot simpler to do it with a spinning than it is a bait caster. So.
Exactly. That's where I agree with you on, because spinning reels with a light tackle and a light BB, you can get away with a lot more than you can with a bait caster.
Exactly.
Especially when you're fishing from the bank. Yes, Rhonda.
On me. I didn't know you were waiting for me. I thought you were going to ask some for a few minutes.
No, we were just feeling in a little bit of a dead space.
So you said you've been fishing out of the womb. Want to share some of maybe your favorite memories or favorite fish that you've caught throughout your fishing?
I can share one memory that has always been a favorite. Fishing at Lake Anna. I think that's Virginia. I can't think of the exact area right now where that at. But we used to go down there. My aunt and them, Lake Anna, used to have a lot of land, have water there. We used to get the canoes out, and we would jump in the water and go swimming, not knowing it was water moccasin out there.
Ooh.
So we out there swimming, and my uncle come out there like, y'all crazy. It's snakes out there. I swear it felt like a dream. It felt like I was swimming in slow motion. And Jaws was coming behind me, and I just could not move fast enough. So I tend to watch waters that I jump into now based on that experience. But I think some of the more memorable times has been with my grandmother, with my father. God bless both of their souls, as well as my uncle. Just spending time on the water and watching how the water changed from, and it's sad I'm about to tell my age, from the early 80s to the early 90s, on how the water just changed to the point we were catching catfish, bringing them home eating. To the point now, you eat one of those fish out that water, you may glow in the morning. So just the family bond, and I think that's why I was so pulled into this community of just the family going out fishing, having a good time. Grandpa, uncles drinking, start making bets. Then it's a big fight at the water. We go home, and we had a good time.
Because nowadays it's all about kids and electronics.
Oh man, yeah. If anybody's seen one of my early lives, me and my son was fussing like we were just buddies. That it was probably 30, 40 degrees. I told him it's freezing outside. I'm going to be out there for a while. No, I want to go. I want to go. Within the first 20 minutes, he didn't catch a fish. He was balled up in a chair, gave me the rod. I caught a fish on his rod. Then all of a sudden, he wanted his rod back. So we were just out here fussing. Then somebody in the chat said, "Do you know that child?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my son."
Max giving a little bit of grief. We're not old. We're in our prime.
Say that again.
Max says, "We're not old. We're in our prime." No, they saying true that, Mac. But no matter how old you get, you're gonna feel, however young you feel in your heart, you're gonna feel in your body.
Oh, that's always.
And I may be old, but I don't feel old. I don't look old. I don't act old. But that's just,
good for you.
To me, that's just a lethargic number. Mac, you're younger than I am.
But for some reason, after this weekend, I feel old. I literally laid in the bed after stand day. I literally went home and laid in the bed. I didn't care what was on TV. Didn't care about nothing, just as long as I could just lay down.
That's all I've been doing today, too. Don't feel bad.
After that late all-night fishing with the river rats I did last night, I came home, laid in bed, couldn't sleep. I got up, was doing stuff. I sat at the desk after making a thumbnail, and I fell asleep in the chair. I laid down in the bed prior to that to take a couple hours nap. It didn't work. I sat down in the dang desk chair, and I'm like,
well, at least you wasn't like me and woke up to the Lion King.
No, what woke me up was I thought I heard a brake drag on my pin rival running. I thought my pin rival was in the room and the drag was peeling off. I'm like, I looked at myself. I woke up and looking around. I'm like, my reels are not in the house. They're in my truck. That's just a strong dream that woke me up out of it.
You was dreaming you was fishing.
Uh-huh. that pin rival drag system really got me thinking, like, okay. Because I was using it last night now. A couple times when I was on live, I could hear that drag go click, 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 click real hard. I'm like, all right, it'd go for 5 feet, it'd quit, go for 5 feet, quit. I'm like, I'm not going to even mess with you until you get that drag just seriously running. Because those flatheads are notorious for doing that. They'll get your drag to where you start running, then they'll quit. Start running and quit. Start running and quit. And if you flip it down on it, the flathead will feel that tension, they'll spit the bait. Spit the hook.
And that's the worst.
There's bigger flatheads, they've gotten used to being hooked, so they know the tension of the hook. And with a reel that has a brake drag system and a lever to where you can flip it back to where you can get those flatheads to bite and run with it, that's good. But that flathead was toying with me last night.
He was playing with your emotions.
No, it was
first one.
It was stealing 7-inch bluegills off the hook.
Oh, wow.
Run 5 feet, quit. Run 5 feet, quit. Reel it in. After 20 minutes to listen and play with the drag, no bluegill. A live 7-inch bluegill. I mean, it's like there's no bluegills on the hook. and I had them hooked right up to the sinus cavity in his mouth.
I would like to hear Smoke tell a story about 2 weeks ago during Stand Day.
Uh-oh. I knew that was coming.
And I know he knows the story I'm talking about just by the laugh.
Still having nightmares about that day. That's terrible. And it was just for fun. That's how competitive I am. That even when it's fun, oh man, that hurts so bad. But Stand Day, the first fishing challenge. Me and Tony going back and forth. Tony up. I think it's 52 to 50. It's about 10 minutes left. And Stan been trying to get me the whole time to get on, talk about my show, where I'm fishing, that bait I'm using. But at the time I invited Mac to come over. He's never he wanted to know how to catch carp. So I was helping him learn how to catch carp. So over helping him, worrying about my lines, finally, I think it was probably about 2 minutes left. I finally got on talking to Stan, talking about my channel, what bait, what tackle I'm using. And I'm very arrogant. Don't care if I win or lose, but I like having fun. So to have fun, you gotta talk it up. So I told Stan, I said, Stan, I said, ho, I got the ball here. We're gonna be Michael Jordan. We're gonna wait till the final shot at the final seconds, and we're gonna pull a fish out of here. Oh, Stan was like, it could be done. Next thing you know, my rod drops almost to the ground. I grabbed the rod. Oh man, I'm looking like Ernie out there. We got a free roller coaster about to happen. Get the fish halfway in. The fish takes drag. So Mac looks at me and like, oh, that's a nice fish. A couple of more pulls. Next thing you know, poof, everything is gone. I was so angry at the time. I just took the rod, threw it in the air. When I threw it in the air, I realized that I had my Abdul Garcia catfish special on there. Things cost too much money to just be smacking the ground. So I crept off of the screen, made sure the rod was okay, got myself together. You know, I told myself a lie. I ain't even gonna lie. I said, you know what? The day was to help Mac get on to carp. I was successful in my job. I helped Mac catch carp. But on this shoulder, that little man was sitting there, was like, dude, you lost though. You could have won. All you do was pull this one fish in. So, oh man. And then the second week, the bite went dead. Literally 15 points won when me and Tony was battling in the 50s, and the bite just went away. So, and then this week, I had to wait almost. The show was only 3 hours. It felt like it was 20-something hours, but I was able to creep the win away from Mac. Since Mac took the win away from me in week 1, it was only right that I take it back in week 3 with Mac back on there. But oh man, I still go to sleep and just dream coming in, and I get to celebrate because I was Nostradamus. I made a prediction and it came true, but some things don't work out the way you plan. But you fall, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and do it again.
Yeah, even though you may make that Nostradamus prediction, Murphy's Law always has a way of sticking his nose in.
Oh yeah, always. That's the fun about it. You put it in the universe, you have everything to go against you come at you, and you still come out flawless.
Just sometimes Murphy's Law throws in too many laws.
Yeah.
Give you too many hurdles.
But it's I'm the opposite.
Does that, but that was some crazy laws he put into effect.
Yeah. And the thing, I'm the opposite at work. Quiet, reserved, laid back. If you had to compare me to anybody, it would be Snoop. I don't even know how to yell. That's why when it's time to say fish on, I'm like, I hope they heard me. But, you know, to be able to get out and just create an alter ego. to fish. It's amazing.
And of all the TV and cartoon characters I know, I would compare you to more like Mickey Mouse, because he don't yell, he don't scream, he don't have a fit. He just says what he says, and if anybody hears it, he's happy.
Hey, Mickey is well known, so I can take that.
There you go. Mac wants you to know that he was disappointed for you that day. And Tony says it took Michael Jordan a few years before his first championship.
Exactly. But if you and tell Tony, if Tony would have got out the fish whale in the trunk, I would have pulled
out of the
trunk.
If you ever see Mickey Mouse have a fit, he'd get frustrated, kick the ground and everything else, and next thing you know, he's back to normal.
It is always great to fish with Tony. I don't know what that man do. I don't know who he prays to, but he has the fish gods in his back pocket. So it's always great to fish with him because you're always sitting on pins and needles, even down to the Brian B 10-second countdown. Like, he gonna say fish on. They're gonna be like, get down to 2. He gonna say fish on. So it's always, I'm humble to be able to fish around him because he always push you to make sure you just ain't out there just doing what you want to do. He don't make it easy.
Hey, Smoke.
No.
Rumor has it that Tony's Aquaman. He talks to fish.
So I can end the investigation. So it's not the live whale. It's he a fish whisperer. Okay, we got it. So
rumor has it that he don't have the live whale. He just has an Aquaman ability to talk to fish and to get them to do what they want. We're
gonna have to treat it like golf. We're gonna have to fish with some handicaps.
Right. Give Tony the Happy Gilmore rod. Set Tony up with all the Happy Gilmore rods.
Oh man.
That way, it gives you even a level playing field.
Yeah, you need something. Because if it ain't Tony, it's a boat.
I was just going to explain in case anybody watching doesn't understand the trunk live well joke. I want to say that the Potomac fishers say that Tony keeps a live well in his trunk because it always seems like he's got that fish. He's got what it takes there to get him into whatever competition, whatever friendly. He's just always on the fish. So the only way he can be pulling that off is he's taking that live well to the water and hooking up out of his trunk.
But the suspicious part is he always complain about connectivity. He's losing his signal. He got to go out and come back in. And when he come back in, he got a 40-pound fish.
Now, that is quite interesting on that point.
And Tony just said, Smoke earned that victory today. I saw him on his knees praying.
Oh, man, yeah.
I want to say hello to Maurice Kaysen, a person that is subscribed to everybody's channel and a great supporter.
Absolutely.
And let's keep his family in our thoughts and prayers for what they're going through right now.
Absolutely. But that wasn't on his knees praying. I was on my knees praying you didn't fall in.
That was so funny that in my mind, all last night I had it that I was going to another body of water. And at Anacostia, I can use my regular net. But at the waterfront, it's like a 10-foot drop. When the tide is in, I can use my regular net and catch them. I was able to catch the first fish. But once that tide started going out, it's almost impossible, to the point where I had the carp, where I had my legs wrapped around the metal beam, and I tried to shimmy myself as far down as possible and was like still 2 inches away from this fish that he just would not go into the hook. I mean, into the net. So I lost the fish. So when I got the second one, I had to go down about 30 yards, hop over a rail, shimmy over a fence, jump in the water, grab the fish, get back on land, haul the fish on before we run out of time. Because it was funny. We had just had a conversation of if the countdown go down, if you haul a fish on right when it ends, are we going to count it? And the whole time I didn't have no phone to see the time. I know we had 10 minutes. And I was like, it's taking me a long time to get this fish. I'm going to come back and the show going to be over and I'm going to be sitting with a fish in my hand. So I ran, realized how out of shape I am. It took me about 20 minutes to catch my breath just to weigh the fish. But thanks to the fish gods, I was able to come out with the victory out of 3 tries.
Just to remind you, you finished this morning with 19.5 points. The closest person to you was Mac with 11.88.
Except when you got Tony on the water. It don't matter what you have. You can have a 40-pound, you can have a 40-point lead. He gonna catch a 52-pound.
Well, Tony finished with 4. Tony only finished with 4.5.
To be honest, this morning when I seen you climb that fence and get on that ledge and lay down going after that fish, my thought was like, he falls in, Rhonda, we're gonna have to find someone else for the guest tonight because he may not be coming back up.
That's where the Marine training came in at. So even if I went in, I would have swam to the down to the other part and came back up. But
yeah, I was glad.
I wouldn't advise nobody to do that. It's just been years of dealing with that spot. That maybe if I had a Joey out there to control the rod, maybe I would have been able to pull it in. So
I'm just glad Stan had you on full screen because I'm sitting here going, I can't watch.
But I warned y'all before we started that I was going over. Wasn't intentionally going in, but it was possibility depending on the size of that fish. I would have turned into Jeremy Wade. I'd have went in for him.
You told us.
That was not the Jeremy Wade. That was Snoopy trying to catch a big whale. That's what I was looking at. That would be something either Snoopy or Goofy would do.
Oh man, just give me his dog house so I can have something to float on top of while I'm trying to still pull the fish in.
Exactly. You need Snoopy's dog house so you can fly like the pilot.
Good evening, James. Thank you for sharing Smoke's link.
Thank you, James Kilpatrick. But what would be your funniest fishing memory?
Oh man, what would be my funniest? I think my father-in-law. That probably will be the funniest. Is he caught I think it was a 3-pound channel and put it in his pants and just started walking around chasing women. So I think that will probably be the funniest moment I've ever had on the water. And I'm just sitting there watching him chase these women around like, oh, hey, Pops, we about to go to jail, man. After a while, this is not funny. This is harassment. But he wouldn't stop. But, you know, sometimes it's not good to take drinks to the water.
What would be your most scariest moment?
The first time going to Fletcher's Boathouse down Georgetown, if I'm not mistaken, that's where it's located. But same person. That's why I need to stop fishing with my father-in-law. We were fishing. I told him to drop the anchor. The anchor is nothing but a big boulder tied to a rope. So I told him to throw it over. We got to talking. We fishing. Next thing you know, we're about 3 miles down the river. And I'm the only one that's paddling. And I got blisters getting in my hands to the point where I'm thinking, like, we're going to have to make a phone call for somebody to come get us. So I think that was the scariest. I'm a Marine, so I'm a fish. So I done been out on the ocean, so I really don't have no scary moments. But that was kind of scary because I did have my fiance in the boat, so I can save myself, but saving somebody else, that's another situation right there.
Mm-hmm. Mac first said we got to go live and just catch carp one day, and then he followed it up with we got to go live and just catch carp this weekend.
Hey, I didn't got my win, so I didn't got it out my system. So whoever want to come fish on stand day with me, learn how to catch carp or hang out to catch some carp, hey, more than welcome.
I wonder if I could do stand day live from Potomac River.
You do it live from Potomac River? I'm sure you could.
I don't know if I could pull it off with my laptop or not.
I'm going to change this around for a minute, just because of the holiday we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
What does Memorial Day weekend mean to you?
A salute to my family. Like I said, born and raised in Virginia, born and raised in the country, everybody served. So just the family members that served and was a role model to me before I got the opportunity to serve. It's just a salute to them and a salute to everyone that put time in, because it's kind of funny that I was in a reserve, so we were always considered weekend warriors. We wasn't real fighters. But, you know, when it's time to go to war, we're the first ones sent out there. And it's scary to go to another country and literally have to fight someone else. You know, when they look at it on TV or you're talking about it, it sounds good. But to take another human life, it's trauma. So, you know, it's just a salute to everybody that, you know, even the ones that was forced to serve. Because I couldn't even imagine that, and I volunteered, so I am extremely crazy that I volunteered. But it was some people that was forced to go in. Salutes out to Muhammad Ali to tell these people never did nothing to me. So why would I fight somebody else's war that has nothing to do with me? And that's the one thing is, as a human race, we got to realize that because some people got a dollar bill behind a land, resources, that we got to find other ways to handle our conflict instead of war.
Exactly.
The more cameras we have, the more media outlets we have. It's starting to show a lot more, because it started, I think, in Vietnam when they actually started showing video and showing pictures and showing the horrific moments of war.
Yeah.
That it's not for no one. You know, a lot of people come home that's just not right. You know, they need medical attention, can't get that medical attention. And, you know, it just, God bless America. Because, you know, we got good, we got bad, but, you know, you have 1% of the people that control 70% of the wealth, and the rest of us is fighting over 30%. So, you know, we as a people got to find a better way.
Exactly. And thank you for serving.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you on here for this Memorial Day weekend. And everybody in chat, I'd like to say, let's remember those that gave all for freedom, and those that came home, and those that are injured. If you see a vet this weekend or anytime, say thank you. If you feel like buying them a coffee or buying them a meal, feel free to do so. Let them know that it was. Let them know that they're in your thoughts and prayers for what they've done.
Yes. Definitely.
Okay, Rhonda.
Okay, Rhonda.
That's the song, right?
Keep them coming.
I've asked all my questions and shared all my memories that I can think of.
Hello, Chrissy. Chrissy
You gotta
says,
remember, I spent almost all day with Smoke. So a lot of the stuff that I've gone over with them, it's been
Chrissy Brown in chat says, I want to take a moment and say I am thankful for those that paid the ultimate price, my freedom. Thank you so much, and I thank you for your families.
Mm-hmm.
Which I do agree, because everybody that answers that call to serve does sacrifice their wives or kids or families to go answer a call that they don't have to do. They do it because they feel a need to do it. Mm-hmm. It's not just anybody that can go and anybody can go and serve, but some do it. But I can't think of the right word for that one. Some do it selfishly.
Yeah.
They don't do it for pride. They do it out of selflessness. Is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do it for honor and glory. They do it to be selfless.
Thank you for your service, Big Wrench.
Thank you for your service, Big Wrench.
Yeah, you got a lot of people out here that just worried about accolades, just worried about the awards, worried about what they can personally get out of it. But, you know, you won't know good unless you had evil. So, you know, those people have their place in the world. So God bless them too.
Yep. Even harder.
Thank you, Big Wrench, for your service as well. He said, I had 3 deployments to Iraq.
Yeah.
So anybody that's new here, if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, the bell notifications, and the thumbs up. And you'll know every time I go live and you see the guests that I'll be having on. And this is for any future guests and guests that wants to come back. If you want to be fishing from the bank and be a guest on the show, feel free to do so. Mm-hmm. We can do it from the house, from the fishing bank, whatever. If you want to be fishing while you're being a guest, that's fine too. But I know she talked about your lines and reels, but give us some information on your rods that you have a choice of.
My preferred choice, well, I started off with Whisper Seekers. I love the play in the Whisper Seeker. Has them always joking that you can get a bluegill over and it's going to bend over like you got a PB. So, you know, the effects on going live and for video, and I love Whisper Seekers, and that's before joining the community. But once I got my hand on Uncle Lou, I'm done. You will see more of my Uncle Lou if I didn't have to catch lift to the water. So Uncle Lou don't make a 2-piece, and his 1-piece just don't fit in a lift. But I would prefer Uncle Lou. I know there are probably other rods that's out here that's probably just as capable of catching fish. It's just the customer service and what Lou represent that got me loving his rod. So it's more love for him that makes me love his rod. So those my 2 rods right there, and the black and orange. So can never go wrong.
Can I ask my mods to share Catfishing with Kaz's link? Let's please get her to 300 because she's been stuck under 300 for a while now. Let's get her well over 300. She's sitting at 273 right now. She does a great show. She has great guests. She teaches beginning fishing from rods, reels, the lines, the hooks, the baits. So let's help her get to 300. ATWA, Weekend Angler says, our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each soldier who died protecting it. Amen.
There you go.
So if any of you guys have any questions for Smoke, feel free to put your questions in chat. We're here to ask him and to get to know him a little bit better.
Yeah, I want all the smoke.
So what do you see for your upcoming channel?
There's no plan. Like I said before, this is my last hobby that I have, and I will protect it with everything. So, I don't know what to expect. I'm just a freelancer. I'm like a hobo. I just grab my bag, I hop on the first train I see, and where I end up, I end up. I just want to be able to help the community. That's first and foremost. As far as my channel, if I'm stuck where I am for the rest of my life, I will be extremely happy. Didn't expect to get this many people, to subscribe and support me. So, as far as where the channel is gonna go, it's I'll leave that in the man above hands.
Here's a question for you.
Oh, why black and orange? Whisper Seekers. They black and orange. So when I roll with them, I'm very loyal. So when I roll with them, everything from there has been black and orange. My colors was red and black, Chicago Bulls, but I was like, we got to get some fishing colors. So that's where that came from, Whisper Seekers. And then Uncle Lou, and it seemed like all the gear that I bought was black and orange. Like that's the fishing colors. So
do I foresee a 1v1 coming here off this question?
I don't know.
Hey,
Matt wants to know, when is the Smoke Brian B tournament going down?
Hey Mac, holler at your boy. I done emailed him, I done texted him, I done gave him a phone call, I done drove and knocked on the man's door. I think he's scared.
Well,
I don't think
Brian B's
come to the bank.
Brian's in chat.
But
hey Ricky, how you doing?
If Brian is in chat, I would even go so far. If I can add Carpenter with the catfish, I will allow you to on a boat. I know you got your kryptonite, you Superman on the boat, but when you come to the bank, you got your kryptonite. So everybody here right now, if you want to go out on the boat, just allow me to add Carp, and we can go numbers all day long. He's like that.
Message from
like
Brian B.
Yeah, Brian B is like a boxer. He says all the right things to keep him qualified to be into this 1v1. But on the banks, I don't think he won it. Especially if we're going to add Carp to it. I don't think he won it. He's still my boy. Love him to death. But I think I will hurt him on the bank.
But Brian's saying it's you who doesn't want the smoke.
I've been asking him, let's go.
He says,
matter of fact, you know what? Since we got him right here, tell Brian B, chat me a date that he's free. If I'm not free, I will take that day off. Give me a date on Avid Channel, and we can handle this. We've been going back and forth like two heavyweights that don't want to take a loss. But I done took several losses. So, Brian, give me a date in the chat right now. It's recorded, and we can go. I promise you he'll give us a date. He's going to be like, I got to get the boat fixed.
Catfish only.
Oh, catfish only? We can do that. Yeah, he terrified of the car.
Hey, but he said bank fishing.
Bank v. bank.
Catfish only.
Bank versus bank. Catfish only.
I can take that. He terrified of them carp. That's all I want to put out there. He's terrified of the carp. But we can do a catfish.
Hey, I've seen a couple tournaments that Brian did from the bank that he was not catching cats.
You said that he was?
He was not.
Okay, that's why he don't want to see me at the bank. This is all publicity stunts right here. This is promo from Brian B. That's why I allowed it to go. I had stopped talking about the 1v1 because he's not going to do it. I couldn't even get his son Ernie to come out here and do it against me.
Brian,
another conversation.
If you want to come up, post a link in chat so you can answer this.
I was going to say, I can send it to him in messages. He says, June 18th, morning or night. Make it light on yourself, buddy.
Hey, I'll take that June in the evening. So there we go. So now, if anybody want to know, we go. Oh, June 18th. Okay. What day is that? It don't matter. You know what? It don't matter.
Give me a second, and I'll let. If my computer cooperates. It is on a Saturday.
Oh, that's perfect. He made it real good for me. So, you know, there you go. So now we can work out the contract. I ain't got to worry about
before
him.
Father's Day.
I ain't got to worry about him blocking me or nothing like that. But that would be fun. That would be
Brian,
that would be fun.
Are you available and want to come up? I can send you the link, Brian.
Brian don't want that smoke.
Hey, go ahead and send it to him just so he can come up if he wants to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's no 72s off the bank.
And all my mods, please keep sharing the links out in chat for Fishing for Whiskers, Smoke, Catfishing Cause. Everybody in chat that you think needs help, get out there.
But that's what it's all about, y'all. It's about friends getting together that can talk smack to each other, and at the end of the day, show some love. So
yeah, it's all about fun. It's all about camaraderie and just having fun. We have Outdoors Addiction that just came in. Thank you, Kaz. So, how have you liked doing videos so far on YouTube?
I don't. I hate pictures. I hate myself recorded. I'm struggling every single day with it. But it's just a thing that I say, you know, when you get to the water, hit the button and go live. It just my job, let me put it this way. A lot of people go to YouTube to relieve stress. I can't go to YouTube to relieve stress. A hard day at work, I don't want to talk to nobody. So I will record and just go fish. But then I sit in the house with about 300 hours of editing video that I have to go do. And I'll be like, okay, I'm not trying to do that. So it's cool to go live. It's a lot funner now. It's better now than it was in the beginning. In the beginning, it was just being over analytical on it of what can go wrong, what are you going to talk about, and instead of letting it just come freely. So in the beginning, it was hard, but now I'm just being myself and talk.
Big Wrench Fishing. Can I get someone in chat that has the wrench to drop the link for Fishing for Whiskers? You see that statement on the screen?
Yeah, that's how it goes. Win or lose, we could go have some fun afterwards and like it ain't never happened. That's the fun about it, to be able to just talk and keep talking, and keep talking smack until you keep getting your butt whooped and you just keep coming back for more. But at the end of the day, when it's love added to the end of it, hey, that's what I'm about.
Thank you, James Kirkpatrick.
But if he lose, he paying for them drinks.
so the stipulation to this bet, this 1v1, the loser has to pay for the drinks.
Yeah, he got to take that tab.
So whoever loses pays for the drinks.
Hey, that works for me. I'll give a rod out in his name if he beat me, something, so you can remember Brian B.
Ooh.
But I don't think there's enough dinks in the water for him to beat me.
No, what is Brian B gonna be putting up on the table?
I don't know. He probably out right now looking for a spot. We should make it very interesting.
He should have the link now.
Confident. We're gonna fish for Brian B. boat.
Oh, Brian B's gonna put his boat on the line? Okay. Big Ren says Random Fish is on Brian B's side.
Say that again.
Big Ren said Random Fish is on Brian B's side.
Uh-oh.
Brian B says, remember, I had 33 fish in the bank.
33 fish where?
That's what he's saying.
Anybody can show me footage of that, I will give them a rod. If you can show me any footage of Brian B catching 10 fish on the bank, I'll give you a rod.
10 fish from the bank.
Hey, be careful with that. Hey, be careful with that, because someone might come up with a edited video to where they can get that rod.
Oh yeah. All right, but I graduated with a computer science major, so we know if it's been tampered with. But yeah, I would give away a rod. You show anytime that man that caught 10 fish from the bank, and you said 30. This was what, in the 80s?
He said 33 fish from the bank.
Oh man.
Oh, it was on the 7 to 7 channel. 7 to 7 fish on Becca's channel.
Oh man. Yeah, first person to send me video to that unaltered, straight out, he done caught 10 fish on the bank. I'll send you a rod of your choice.
That's a challenge.
I have no respect for that man on the bank. In the boat, it's a whole different conversation. I will give that man his props. In the boat, he pulls and fish.
Has says, and I will put it up on the screen. I was gonna say, I got footage. Blizzy Master 2021. Brian caught 15. Where's my rod?
Send it to me, Has. I'll send you your rod of choice. You got 1,000 rods, so we'll find something else to give you, man. But send me the footage.
We got you on fire right now.
Yeah, send me the footage, and you got too many rods, so we'll figure out something equivalent of that rod for you. And hold up. E was nowhere around because we got an open investigation going on now that E been on the boat catching all those fish. So E is nowhere around. Brian B is alone on the bank fishing.
That's what the 1v1 is about.
Yeah,
that's what is coming to pass on June 18th. Is Smoke versus Brian B, bank versus bank.
And the B don't stand for bank fishing.
What does the B stand for?
I don't know. Big dummy.
Wow. Look at the smack talk going on in here.
Uh-oh. Brian B says your mouth getting you in debt already.
Uh-oh. That's what I like.
Is Brian B saying that Smoke's alligator mouth is overloading his hummingbird's butt?
What he got to realize is, if I win and I back this talk up, oh, Lord, he in trouble for real. If I lose, hey, I lost to Brian, who cares? But if Brian lose to Smoke, oh, man, that's TMZ worthy right there. I may be on ESPN next morning after that one.
We're going to have to bring you back up after that one again.
Oh, we'll go ahead and schedule it for the 19th because that's already a done deal. Nostradamus. It's already done. Just bring me back.
Hey, we already had the thumbnail, so we had the thumbnail, so we can post it with the 19th.
Has Brian B threw out that it would be bank versus bank, cats only, no carp.
You hear him? He terrified
me. Yeah,
And Fishing Local 252 said, Smoke, check Facebook Messenger. Videos sent.
Got you. I'll go look at it. It's probably from 2015, but hey, I'll honor it. I will honor it. I'm a man of my word. So after we get off this show, first one I see that popped up under time, I will send it. That's terrible when so many people got to send video from years past of his and he's talking about a 1v1 in 2022. Oh man.
Now here's the next question. Who's going to host it?
Has.
Is it going to be on Haz's channel?
Been volunteered.
Yeah, we're going to put Haz and Ernie. We just need something real crazy to host this one right here. Haz, Ernie, and two stands.
Hey, you haven't met anybody crazier than us two right now. But I gladly hand the reins over to Haz and Two Stands and Ernie for this one because I think this is going to be epic.
Mm-hmm. Haz says he's tuned into this one. However, that was before Smoke threw out that he wanted him to host it. So I wonder if that means Haz is going to be hosting it for him.
Haz, now here's a question. Will you host this 1v1?
Haz may have to go out there and help him, so we may have to find another host.
You shouldn't have did that while I was trying to drink my coffee. Thank you. There you go. He said, I'll definitely host it for you.
Yeah, because I don't know if Brian B know the tangle web he just webbed. Just weave.
Can I get my mods to take care of the trouble in the chat? Thank you, James. Yeah, Haz says it's going to be Liddy. I can't wait. I'm going to do something real quick.
I just reported all three of them.
Yeah, I'm adding a few more mods because I don't have all my mods in there tonight.
That's Brian B. Dinks in there trying to chat.
Well, Brian's a mod, so I don't see why he didn't jump on it. Haz, you're now our mod.
Yeah, I don't know if Brian got the link through Facebook or not, but I did send it, or I thought I did.
Haz, you're now a mod in here, so go on, Smoke. You got the floor. Keep going. You got the floor.
No, I was saying Brian don't want that smoke. He got allergies, asthma. He can't be around me.
As is telling Brian.
To get up here.
Yeah, he is. I can send Haz the link if he wants it too.
Haz is honored to do this one. Haz wants to do this 1v1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Solo. I didn't think you were still here.
Huh?
Solo Texas Adventures. Somehow he lost his wrench, and I don't know how he lost it. And now he's been pouting because he didn't have it. I gave Haz the wrench. He goes, "Oh, I thought I'd get mine back, but no." I think he needs his diaper changed.
Uh-oh.
Where's that statement from Brian? There it is. Hey.
That man is in the house, in the bedroom, watching The Office. Talking about he had a pool at his uncle's house. That sound like when we were young and be like, I got a girlfriend, but she living around my grandmother way. We gonna give him an excuse. We just long as he show up on the 18th, that's all that matters. I done got him locked in now.
Hey, doesn't that sound like tournament cats? If you guys don't know anything about the history of Jeremy Tournament Cats, he challenged Jody when Flathead Challenge first came out last year. He didn't challenge her for the Flathead Challenge. He challenged her just 1v1 on the Flathead Catfishing Challenge. And they set up to date. Oh, hey, little man, how you doing?
Uh-oh.
And Jeremy kept making all these excuses.
Hey, you see, Brian sent the president, to represent him. Appreciate that, Hayes.
Nothing, man. I just got one son to sleep, about to get him to sleep so I can go out fishing, go meet up with Ernie and Everett and Miles at Donkey Island, try to get on some flatheads.
It's been a while since you've been back up here, bud.
Yeah, it has been. How's it going, Abbott, Rhonda?
Good. I'm glad that you're gonna do this 1v1 tournament and make it right and tight.
Man, Smoke and Brian have been going back and forth since the winter time, so it's about time that everything has a date and it's going down.
Mac put the fire on this in chat.
I can't wait to host this one. I know it's gonna be a lot of smack talk going down.
I can't wait to see some of the videos of smack talk going back between them two.
Yeah, they go hype it up like a boxing match.
It'd be like Tyson versus Ali.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be funny, but Smoke been out
I'm
there.
gonna go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
All right.
We got QC out there. In the house.
He's been putting in work out there, especially stand day mornings. He's been out there doing his thing, honing in his craft. But I also know that Smoke been on them carps a lot lately, and Brian ain't doing the carps, so I know it's gonna be a straight catfish match. So Smoke gonna have to. He gonna have to
already said it. So bank versus bank, catfish only.
Bank versus bank, catfish only.
Yeah, he made sure he said that catfish only. Never stated before ever in a 1v1 catfish only. He terrified of them carp.
He's like a pit bull with that bone. He ain't letting go.
Yeah, man.
Well, we can work with it. It's all fun.
I know.
Hey, I know this. I'm just saying. I'm loving this.
Brian's, he started off hot, last year with the Glizzy Masters. I know he finished in second with like 15 to 16 fish. I remember also the 7-7 tournament. I think he finished with third most fish that time with like 30 or something. But that it's been a year now almost. We talking about since he's really putting some work on the bank, so we have to see.
You got to remember that he finished the Iron Cats challenge, the finalist as a winner.
Yeah, that's on the boat though. On the boat,
yeah.
Brian can get to the fish. He can find the fish. He can get to his spots. But the bank is a
whole different ballpark. You gotta pack up to move and everything else. So once you find the spot, you gotta pray it's good because
when you bank fish, you have to go put in homework days before to see if this spot's gonna be hot. If it's not, and the tide plays a big effect on your bite too at the spots. Sometimes they're better at high tide, sometimes they're better at low tide.
That's research there.
Yeah, so you got to it's gonna be interesting. They definitely gonna have to put in some work, do some homework.
So, how many hours is this tournament gonna be?
I think 5 hours is plenty. 9 to 2, 9 to 1, 9 to 2. That's perfect. Anything longer than that, it just gets too long.
Yeah, I understand that. That's what I'm trying to get information out to the people in chat so they know.
Yeah.
Houston said he can't believe that Brian accepted a bank tournament. I don't know that Brian accepted it. I think Brian's the one that actually put it out because Smoke said bank versus boat, including carp, and Brian B come out with bank versus bank, catfish only.
So they was
So,
in.
To me,
Okay.
that sounds like that was Brian saying, I want it bank versus bank, not bank versus boat.
Yeah, because I was gonna let him get on the boat long as I can catch
Yeah.
carp. But then he came back and said, bank,
No carp.
no carp.
He's scared of them carps.
Right.
The Potomac River is a great fishery for carp too. It's a great carp fishery. Great carp fishery. Richard Montagna goes out there
this morning.
He'll slay them all. How many you get this morning?
I only got one because I brought the wrong net. I had to hang. I was a Marine hanging off the dock grabbing fish this morning.
He's hanging off the wall this morning trying to land one. I thought he's going to pull in, and if he'd throw in, I was going to actually trying to, we're going to find a different guest for tonight.
I was
Did you know he's going
thankful
to get hurt
Stan
falling in the water and that's shallow water or what?
I couldn't watch.
Thank God I can swim. But thank you, Avid. Oh man, we've been going since what, November? Back and forth about this 1v1.
Yeah.
You got to thank Mac for that one because he's the one that brought the question up.
Yeah.
And they've been tiptoeing around, and now it's finally here. They finally got rules set, match set, date set, time set, channel set.
Spence against Crawford.
There you go.
Let's go.
Mac asked the questions. I just pushed the buttons.
Let's go.
Guys. Mac asked the question. I just pushed the buttons.
Oh man, I'm surprised that they wasn't really. We had the meet and greet yesterday, but everybody was laid back, chilling. Just enjoying the vibe. But I'm surprised there wasn't some more smoke going on between the two yesterday.
We couldn't. It was 100 rods and 2 fish. We couldn't talk yesterday.
Yeah, we was at Haynes Point. That ain't the best fishery, but it's a good vibe though. Nobody even cared that the fish wasn't bite. We was just having fun.
Wow.
Exactly.
We was having fun. It was about the people.
There you go, Smoke.
Carp is bait to me. Yeah, carp is good.
Hey, you got to catch carp to get it for bait.
I ain't never seen nobody that scared of bait. If it's bait, let it in.
I love it.
Oh man.
Well,
I just wanted to jump up here for a second. Don't add my 2 cents. I'm about to put baby boy to bed and then get out here. The smoke was when he got has with his own joke. Yeah. With the pole, man. I was like, yo, y'all got me good too, man. Smoke had my line, but my line was over his line and he reeling it in and my line slack and everybody like, how's your ride? And I'm like at the grill, like, I'm like 100 yards away from my ride. I come running over there and it's just smoke. I'm like, oh man, y'all set me up good.
Oh man.
I wish more people would have went live through that meet and greet.
Yeah, I went live for a little bit, but people didn't want to go. People were just so into the moment. When you go live, you have to entertain the chat,
right?
And you can't talk to the people that are around you. Everybody just wanted to just soak it all in, So I did live for a little bit because I know people want to see it, but it's when I do stuff like that, it's really about just being there for the people that are there and just enjoying the conversations and
I've seen your live. I've seen Lizabella's live.
Yeah.
And that's
Megan was live for a while from down there too.
Yeah, he was alive. He was live in the morning time. Yep. So there's bits and pieces of it. But the real way to experience it, you got to come out there. Just like CatCon and those types of events, you just have to, you got to come out there, experience it, and be there. That's the best way to get it.
Yeah.
No, it's not, feasible for everybody, but we'll do it again next year. Same weekend, Memorial Day weekend, so people can already start making plans and stuff like that. It'll be Saturday. So.
Q-Chain says there was no smoke yesterday. 222 rods out and only 2 fish caught.
Yeah. Matter
That
of
was
fact,
just
you
like
had
last
people
year.
just walking away
Next
from
year,
their cars.
next year we may have to switch the venue, switch the location to a better fishing spot.
That's perfect. Hey, it's called meet and greet, not fishing, so it's perfect.
That's true. Hey, the bonus is to have the rods out in the water. You know, there's plenty of rods, plenty of bank space.
Would that be in one of Smoke's fishing spots?
Maybe. Maybe.
I probably could beat Brian at that spot. That's how many fish he's gonna catch.
No, I think next year maybe we'll just do the channel side instead of doing the river side. I think we'll just set up on the channel side and see how that goes. Because the carp fishing is better on the channel side.
They did better with the cats.
The carp fishing is better on the channel side. So I think next year, you know, we'll have more carp rods and more carp bait out there, and people that have never caught carp before too can get on like a PB carp, you know. So,
real quick.
I think we'll do that. And we'll also, I think what we'll do is like I'll get up with Richard and Smoke and stuff, and we'll have the spot set up where we're gonna go fishing at, and then we'll just start chumming it with carp bait, you know, days before to keep the carp in that area. So it'll be a little more fun for the kids.
That'd be cool.
Well, thank you for coming up, as you enjoy your night and spend some time with your kids.
Yep, I will do. All right. Appreciate you guys. Rondo's nice seeing you, Smoke.
We're gonna put Smoke back in the hot seat.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna jump back and chat and watch.
All right, Smoke. You're in the spotlight.
It's
all about you now.
This is what I was born for.
What? Hey, you got Brian being your target, so let him have it.
Yeah, that's like a deer sitting in front of my headlights.
That's a what? That's a what now?
I said that's a deer in front of my headlights.
Oh, you're waiting for that deer to step out so you can run him over, huh?
Yeah, he liable to cause damage, but you know it's easily fixed.
Let me ask you this: are you going to do like what the bus driver did to him, run him over and back up again, and run him over again, or are you just going to run him over one time?
Oh, I got several vehicles. I'm gonna run him over with the bus, then I'm gonna go get the truck, then I'm gonna get the car, and then I'm gonna just walk over him.
Damn. You're gonna
I don't need no more talk after this.
You're gonna make sure he stays down, huh?
Oh, hey. It's gonna be like a Tyson fight. It's scheduled for 12, but it may end early.
I don't even see any replies from Brian B lately. Where'd he go? Did he fall in the pool and what or what?
The last thing he said was that he didn't get skunked yesterday.
That's just laughing about it.
By technicality, because I don't think he threw a rod in the water. That's the only reason he didn't get skunked.
Jose is saying it's getting deep in here now.
Oh man.
Tuesday saying Smoke says I'm even gonna go get the bike and pedal my SS over him.
Yeah. I wish I could fit on a tricycle. I'd ride a tricycle over.
Hey, they do make adult-sized tricycles.
Yeah, go get one of them big wheels with the little handle so you can slide.
I'm
gonna just slide over. I'm gonna do donuts around them.
Brian says, bus driver beat me by 5 pounds. That ain't being ran over.
Oh. Tell the man go enjoy his party at his uncle house, man. Don't get electrocuted with the phone by the pool, man. Tell him he good.
Well, I'm going to highlight this comment for you so that you can have fun with it yourself there, Smoke.
See? And where was he at? At the bank.
Meet and greet.
That kryptonite get over him. He don't know what to do.
I have to ask, did you end up
he gonna burn nest with a spinning reel?
Did you leave any tackle there last night?
Uh-oh.
I think he lost Mike.
There he is.
There you go. Brian B.
Did
went
you-
and put some tint over my camera.
Did you end up leaving anything yesterday like you feared you were going to?
Say that again.
Did you end up leaving any of your equipment last night like you figured you would?
No, because I barely took anything out.
Mm-hmm.
Once Iverson crossed me up and we had to joke with him. I ain't put a rod back in the water. But it was some people that threw rods out there. I know Tony threw his rods out there, and it probably was like 3 hours before he even checked the bait. So I think it was more of decorations to have the rods out than anything else.
Now, would you like to see what he left?
Whoops, sorry.
I got it.
Where'd you leave?
His Uncle Lou
Oh,
with his Abu Garcia.
ouch. Hey, here's his excuse.
I was trying to turn that one off. Let me put it back up.
Oh, yeah, see. He's packing too much stuff. That's what happened when you go to the bank instead of the boat. You know, it's a whole different animal. You can leave stuff on the boat, take your boat home, it's still on the boat.
Right.
But when you leave that,
That's what Cockeyed says about Smoke.
Yeah.
He's that good.
As.
see.
You're back.
You gonna give it away
Throwing
later
some of that
tonight.
cool water over here.
Has says he's going to give it away live tonight.
I'm gonna be right there to win it and beat him with his own rod.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Oh, but it's so easy, especially at nighttime. During the day, you done scattered so much gear around, and nighttime come, you guarantee. I done left power boxes at the water, like $300-400 at the water. Come back in the next day, the next morning, it's gone. So a lot of times I try to be neat and put things back up as you fish, but it's so hard to put stuff back up. So it's guaranteed to leave something. So my motto is grab the expensive stuff, replace the minute stuff.
Mm-hmm. As knows all about leaving stuff. I believe it was him who left his favorite net one night.
That man leave used cars at the water.
Used
Who does
cars
that?
at the water.
Has leaves $700 at the water easily.
Eric B. Matt says he left a trap today.
Wow.
Matt says he left a trap today.
He's a real trap.
I hope nothing trapped in it.
Yeah, no kidding. Cockeyed Catfish says, I count on people like Smoke to restock my tackle box. And yeah, it was has his net that he left. And he's back.
And my phone says it's time to go on vacation. 24 hours straight. And that's the thing about an iPhone. iPhones are good, but they just overheat so fast out there in the water. Because today, at the end, it was like your phone overheating. I looked at my Wi-Fi. They saying that's overheating. So might have to figure something out. I supposed to be getting something from you, Rhonda, but I forgot it.
There's actually, I don't even remember. I was watching one of the YouTubers here in the community. I want to say it was Jeremy, and he was explaining to people that he buys those shoebox containers. They're clear plastic at the Dollar Tree. You cut the longest side, a hole to fit your tripod, and set your camera inside of it. Not only is that a wind protector, but it also covers, you can put a cover over top of that on sunny days to help cut down the direct sun rays and heat on it.
Okay.
So thank you, Haz. but I haven't tried it because I don't do live fishing. So, I mean, I've just been kind of spreading the words that if you can try that, maybe help you give you something.
We have Sharina keeping it real that just came in. Thank you, Kaz, for sharing that link. And also share Kaz's Catfishing with Kaz's link and Muddy River Monsters link as well.
But I was just looking because I actually did cut one to see if I could show it, but I don't think I have it in here. I think it's out in my truck. Let me double check.
What's that?
The plastic container that I was just talking about.
I got to come up with something like that. So I can put my phone back in there on the backside of it and still be able to read chat in the daytime.
The other thing is a lot of times the cases on the phones in the summer will cause them to overheat, and having them plugged in to charge also builds the heat up.
Yeah, so they always tell you to take the cover off and try to charge it least as possible.
Yeah.
And cut everything, all apps you have in the background to cut those down. But
that's right. I have a co-host now that can read my chat when I go live.
Has says if your phone overheats, just throw it in the water. You taking lessons from Chad and Lee Evans? And who else?
Hey, I'm ordering something for Chad right now for his phone. So if he does throw it in the water, it won't sink. It'll float.
I keep telling you guys, you don't give Chad enough credit. The man supplied them with rods and reels and a camera. He's just waiting for them to return footage so that he can have the first YouTube channel ran by fish.
Hey, his co-host, Freddie, he did the same thing. He kicked his rods in the water. He kicked his tackle boxes in the water. He kicked his phone in the water. He kicked his net in the water. Then he had to go back home and he had to replace it all.
Oh, man.
Tony has something to say to you there, Smoke. You ready?
I think I am.
As much as these phones cost, they should be able to handle a 77-degree day. I think Smoke and Mac were jamming my signals today.
All right, Tony, you got me. My fault. I had a bird sitting over top of you that was sending some rays down to jam your system. But nah, they just, for these smartphones to be so smart and cost so much, they should figure something out. But I guess it's not meant to have them in direct sunlight for that amount of time. So,
hey, there's your problem right there. A lot of times with your phones.
Yep, 77 sunny and a power cord equals overheat.
Yeah. So I'll figure it out.
That's why you need a box like that and some kind of foil to reflect the heat away from it to where it won't overheat as much.
Right.
Max says he kept flying over Tony today. You can go to Walmart and get one of the 7x7, 10x10 pop-up shelters.
That's what I was thinking about doing.
They're inexpensive at Walmart, so.
Yeah, because I think you're good long as you keep the direct sun off of it. I don't think the humidity going to affect it too much.
A lot of those pop-up tents that you get out of Walmart, the canopies, have like a UV top to where it blocks the UV rays and a lot of the heat to where it stays cooler underneath it. But if you get one with a colored top that's going to attract heat, it's going to make it hotter underneath it.
Yeah. But
now, I find it interesting. Laughing Cat Fishing just said his Galaxy hasn't overheated yet. So is it an iPhone thing that they heat up hotter or faster than Android?
Yeah.
My Android hasn't overheated yet, and I've had it in the heat a couple times.
It's just the picture quality
Gotcha.
with an Android and an iPhone is night and day. So if you're willing to give up quality to make sure you get the time out on the water, you get it filmed, then yeah. But when it comes to the quality of it, nothing touches the iPhone unless you just gonna get a professional camera. And the GoPros, the 10, there's such a lag on going live that they don't even work. So I think it's like a 15-20 second lag.
Wow.
With the GoPro. So
yeah, we have Cornbread that just came in.
And Laughing Cat says he has a Galaxy S20 and always have it charging while live.
That's what I have.
to the water.
This is the Galaxy S20 here too, and I've had it plugged in and it hasn't overheated yet, and it has a outer case on top of it.
Yeah, because I know you could go into the settings of the Galaxy to try to make the quality of the picture better, but it just I don't know about the newer Galaxies. I know the LG, I think something. I don't even remember the name of it.
Old LGs, you had to go through the settings to increase your photo out income to where it's better and all that. But the new S20s, you don't have to do it. They come out crystal clear and sharp and clean, like you're looking through a glass window.
Tucson says, yep, my Android overheated one time. It was over 100 degrees, and I was live for 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you're going to go 6 or 7 hours and plug it in, and you're in 100 degrees. It's going to overheat.
Okay, but how many times or how long would it have taken a iPhone versus the Android is what I'm thinking he's coming from. He's saying he only overheated once, and it took 6 to 7 hours into the live before that happened with his Android.
Well, what was the temperature today? 83, 85 for 3 hours. And
yeah,
the rest
your phone shouldn't have overheated in 3 hours. Your phone should not have overheated in 3 hours.
Tony was having all kind of problems today. Connection-wise, he kept overheating and getting shut down.
I think other contestants in that tournament was had to do with Tony's live. They were hacking his internet.
No, I don't believe that. Smoke wouldn't do that.
Hey, I'm just being ornery.
Yeah, we had to call the UN and then help with this one because we didn't want to get caught. If you'd have found out we did it, we didn't need the evidence to come back to us. So we had the UN, everybody that participated in this affair this morning.
I like what that says.
In a secret location. He was the base, so he was sending all jams out.
It says iPhones overheat in 33-degree weather with direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Don't need to be hot. They just overheat, I take it.
Yeah. Small Water Charter says, our son down here, phones will overheat on a boat seat, not even on. We have to really watch phones and cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it comes down to not closing apps, the little things that that you could probably get more time getting it out, trying to get it out direct sunlight, which is the hardest thing in the world. Yeah. It seems like the best place to set up is sitting in the middle of the sun. And then the tripod canopy umbrellas. Solo, I don't know because I'm stuck with an iPhone, so we're gonna have to just figure it out.
There you go. The truth just came out.
Okay, see?
The truth just came out.
Oh.
So the UN did their job.
The investigation has just ended on that.
But if y'all want to know the truth, we planted a whole bunch of Ernie sunflower seeds over in that area that choked his signal out. So if y'all want to know the truth.
Oh, Lordy.
Wow.
But yeah, that signal and overheating is some issues with iPhones.
Yeah. I'll have to get one of those containers and show you what to do and see if that'll help in any way.
Yeah, you should make a video because I know a lot of people probably having that same problem. And we haven't even seen heat yet.
Yeah, I know.
Give me a second. The beginning of it. Yes, no, maybe what? Give me a second. Okay.
This is the containers that you can get. They're just shoebox size for a pair of shoes to go in like a woman's closet. Take your tripod and measure however large you need it and cut the hole. Then you have it for when you're setting up. You put your tripod into the hole. This is sitting there. Now, where's my phone? Put your phone on your tripod and it's sitting inside of there. Now, say it's a hot day. Where's my catfish clothing rag? And now you have where you can block your phone from the direct sunlight inside of the container. And it has also now blocked your wind as well. Protects you from wind too.
I definitely need to try that.
You give me an idea, Rhonda.
Oh, Lord, help me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yeah, see, when it's followed with that, what do you think?
Uh-oh.
I love that laugh. It gets everybody nervous.
But yeah, if you have it to where it's like your little tripod fits here and then you put your thing in the tripod, you've got it blocked on all sides then.
Okay.
I just got to find a couple items to make something work with that box.
I want to say it was Jeremy's Tournament Cats or J-Dog. One of the two were out on the boat and they were using it and they showed everybody how to do that.
I got an idea for that box.
I mean, if it helps, if it'll help keep wind down, keep the rain off your phones, and maybe even help with the heat, hey. I mean, if you needed to, you can always cut little holes here for the wires to go through so that it can charge while it's in there. I mean, you can pretty much do anything with it that you need it to.
Well, the same hole that you put the mount through should be big enough to where you can run your charging cable through.
Well, you got to be careful because if it's too big, it's just going to fall down and not fit on your tripod. You got to make sure that it's tight enough for your tripod so it sits there.
You can make another little 3/8 inch quarter hole right next to the tripod hole to run your charging cable through.
Right. You can cut it on the sides, on the bottom, wherever, it's closest for your phone charger. Stan said, seriously, it has been awesome watching the Smoke Mac Tony rivalry the past few weeks on Stan. Has. They've been going back and forth with each other like crazy.
Well, it's settled now, Stan. Brian B says, after y'all finish, send the fish up my way. I'll be out by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Who's gonna be out in the morning?
Brian B.
And we know it won't be on the bank. I can put money on it.
You could do a lot. I mean, paint it, decorate it, sticker it, all kind of stuff.
Don't tell that to Has. He's going to have it blinging with blue lights and black lights. Making it pop.
Well, he's the one that said I would even add styrofoam inside to spray paint the outside. So, I mean, you can do a lot.
The styrofoam would help keep it cool.
Yeah.
and do it soundproofing.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand the styrofoam part, but I'd either spray paint the outside or put aluminum foil on the outside to help reflect the heat from
Yeah.
the sun.
We're gonna have a whole bunch of shoebox videos coming up soon.
And all I did was say cut a hole and put it on your tripod. Cockeyed Catfish said, let Chunky bling it out for you.
Oh, man.
There you go, Abbott. There's a new contest for you. Who can have the, snazziest or most best dressed type, shoebox cover for their phones?
Oh, that would be very interesting.
Hey, guys, we got to figure out a price for that one.
Tony says after Smoke takes care of Brian B, we'll send Mac after Has. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Man, I swear to God,
That's
I'm
how-
fucking.
Is this going to be another 1v1 Mac versus Has?
Yeah.
Mac has what it takes.
And I think we all need to go buy Ernie some pool noodles that he can attach to the handles of his fishing rods. That way, when he throws his rods in the water, we can easily retrieve them without a treble hook this
Oh, man.
time.
You need to put that on the whole roller coaster.
Who's that? Who has a problem with a rod thrown in the water?
Ernie yesterday. And 2 stands. I love that. I put my
Ernie-
phone in a hole in a box, and this is what I caught.
Ernie just needs a rod leash.
You need a what?
A rod leash.
Uh-oh.
A cord tied to his rod and a cord tied to the rod holder, so when he throws it from casting, it's only goes so far that it's going to stop and hit the ground.
Yeah, he needs something.
Now,
You
see,
need
if
rod
he'd have done that, what he did yesterday with the rod today, we'd have been able to just walk over the wall and reach down to the rock and pick it up.
Exactly.
Because of how low it was. Ernie needs a walker.
He probably still fall.
Mac says if you want to be good, you got to go after the best. So, Mac, when you beat Has, so after you beat Has, Mac, does that mean you're going to go after Smoke? For Smoke beating Brian B?
Uh-oh. We done turned this into a Potomac tournament.
Well,
Hey.
let's go back a little bit in the conversation because Tony made the statement after Smoke takes care of Brian B, we'll send Mac after Has.
Hey.
And Has says, what are you scared to do it, Tony?
Uh-oh.
Tony says, it's
Uh-oh.
easier to send someone else.
Uh-oh.
This sounds like a Potomac River battle.
Brian says, we about to get a Potomac River showdown together after I whoop up on Smokey the carp angler.
There's going to be several showdowns for that one.
Uh-oh. So I
Smoke
guess
versus Brian B and Mac versus Has and someone taking on Tony, and the winner of that goes head to head.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find out what side people take it on the Potomac.
Hey, but then who's going to go after 2 stands?
Oh, we're gonna two stands the mayor. Nobody goes after 2 stands. Everybody leave that man alone. That's the Godfather. That's the mayor, actually, because
No, hey,
Godfather.
he's
the
been
mayor.
evicted
You'll go
from
after
his
the mayor.
office.
Yeah, you just let Stan sit back and host, and when he want to come out fishing, you allow him to fish. You know, you leave that man alone. Especially he gonna get his son on you. See, that's the problem. He gonna sick his son on you, and there's gonna be some issues.
Hey,
Well, Go ahead.
I'm team stand 3, so that ain't going to work.
Yeah, so it's gonna be some issues right there. So we're gonna keep Stan out of it.
besides,
I'm
but
team
wait a
stand
minute.
3 on the way.
Time out. Brian B. brought up a very interesting point, Abed. Stan's not a Potomac fisherman. Stan's James River. There's a difference.
Yeah, so by 4 years.
True.
Has is saying
hey.
we're due for another Potomac River tourney. Last year it was Chunky, DMV, DC, Mark, and himself. So, well, are you going to put it together, Has?
Brian,
Just saying.
anybody that takes on Stan would have to come to the Potomac River to fish.
See, Brian ain't gonna make it that far in the tournament. he has.
Max says, me and Has, battle of the beards.
Oh, man.
Now, who has the battle of the beards?
Mac and Has.
Oh, Has already lost his hair, so you gonna make him lose his beard now too?
Oh, buddy.
Oh boy.
Has there's no more hair bets.
Yeah, no, I didn't think Has was doing any more hair bets.
No.
And I can't say I blame him.
Oh, I'll bet.
You don't have no hair
As
on
he
you.
rubs his head.
I will take that bet in a minute.
Yeah, because you won't have to worry about no hair.
Exactly.
And you
Solar
don't have no
texting
whiskers either.
But
Solar
then let me be
texting
quiet
adventure.
because if they tell me to grow it out, I'm in trouble. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that hair. I'm with Has. Leave the hair out of it.
Solar Texan Adventure says he votes to name the tournament the Potomac Family Feud.
Hey, there you go.
I'd agree with that one. The Family Feud of the Potomac.
And who's gonna be Steve Harvey? Who's hosting?
Steve Harvey, I would not give that one that name to two stands. I'd say Steve Harvey. I'd give Green Machine that nickname.
Well, there you go, Smoke.
No worry. Hey, see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't gotta do no work. Just go whoop butt. Lovely. I ain't gotta do no work. Just show up.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thumbnails already made for that tournament.
Yeah, it took so long, so we can have that Potomac tournament right after this, Brian, because I don't want Brian to get out of this one. Be like, oh, it'd be better if we just do it all together. No, me against you. It's personal.
Q stands, you're not impartial.
We'll be friends afterwards.
Two Stan says, if y'all need an impartial host, I know a guy.
I know a guy too, but we probably know the same guy.
Hey, I know two people that can be impartial right now.
Oh man, yeah, that's what we gotta figure out because there's gonna be some whole bunch of stuff going on, some espionage. Oh man, people breaking in people's houses, sabotaging rods, and everything going on behind this one.
Brian B says, we're going to have the host with the most.
There you go.
He's gonna be Has. He's already said he's gonna do the smoking
Yeah.
Brian B.
Man.
I don't know if they were talking about host for that tournament or host for putting together the Potomac Family Feud thing.
That one, I would love to do that one.
I know that 1 versus 1. We just need somebody that knows how to comfort Brian when he starts crying. That's what we need.
So you saying that Brian B needs to have Chucky's Bible?
Hey, something. You're gonna need all his Lucky Charms, his rabbit feet, all that.
Lucky
Rabbit
Charms.
feet ain't really lucky if you actually look
It
at
wasn't
it.
lucky. It wasn't lucky for the rabbit that supplied them, that's for sure.
Exactly.
I mean,
If rabbit feet were lucky, it'd be lucky for the rabbit and the person because the rabbit got away and he's still alive.
Oh
Right.
my, yeah.
So how can the rabbit foot be lucky if it wasn't lucky for the rabbit? Someone told me that the other day that they had a lucky rabbit twist. Is well, it wasn't lucky for the rabbit, so why is it going to be lucky for you?
Yeah, really.
And he just spent $3 for it, and he's like, "Damn it, you had to tell me that." I'm like, "It's a fact."
No refund.
Exactly. There's a sign right there at the cash register saying no refunds.
Oh man.
And that's what where the word ironic comes into play.
And yes, Brian, the fish was delicious yesterday. Y'all can tease him about being Brian B. Dinkins all you want. He mastered that fish yesterday.
That's one thing he can do at the bank is cook some fish. So I must agree.
But that still ain't lucky for the rabbit. The foot broke off in the trap. The rabbit got away. That still ain't lucky for the rabbit.
Not at all.
Oh man.
I need more coffee.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we've been having a blast in here. We've been staying around 20 people in here.
Yep.
Get that bot in chat,
I'm working on it. 2 stands and Buck took care of it.
Uh-oh.
I got mods in here, so they should be able to handle that.
Yeah, let's keep them people out of here. I need to learn how to put I don't want to put the subscribers only mode on here because I want new channels coming in here and hooking up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So all my mods, let's keep this clean. I mean, keep the bots out of here and the troublemakers out of here and the spammers.
Also, anybody, even if you're not a mod, if you will click where they come up, you can hit report, and that reports it to YouTube, which then can get the accounts pulled so they stop showing up altogether. Not that it'll work, but at least it's worth a shot.
Yeah. Anytime you see them come up in chats, click them 3 dots, whether you're a mod or not, and report them. Because they will get reported for spam or sexual harassment, and they will get your channels pulled.
Brian B says, Susquehanna Stan been fishing for 2 weeks straight and caught 5 fish.
Oh, man.
And us Susquehanna Stan is wanting to do a 1v1 with 2 stands.
Oh, boy.
He just said that in chat.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Chris. Stan says they were blocked the second they hit the screen. I played report.
Hammers down.
You can report them and you can block them at the same time.
Yeah, I let them go. Once somebody blocks them, I just go next to their name and hit the report button.
Yep. Tuesday says I caught 42 fish last Thursday in 2 hours. Just saying.
Oh my!
42 fish in 2 hours.
I have pictures of that day.
I bet you do.
Tiny was with them. I saw lots of pictures that day.
Oh, anytime Tiny's there, she's catching all the fish.
Oh, yes, she is.
Ain't doing anything except for talking on the screen.
Oh, no. I think this was a family trip, and it was just the family, and he shared the pictures of Tiny catching some fish with me, or shared them pictures. But
yeah, I always give Two Cents the grief saying the girls catch all the fish and he only catches grief.
Look, if Tiny was with me, I'd let her catch all the fish too. I'm sorry, she's just so cute.
I know she is, but I give Two Cents a lot of grief. But I will say this about Two Cents: he's an amazing guy, but I love giving him grief. He's like Chadwick Fields of water. He's an amazing guy. He just tries to be a bully, and I'm a Chad troll. I keep him in check.
Yeah.
They're both amazing people. I like keeping them in check.
Susquehanna Stan said he caught 42 fish today, 37 bluegills, and 6 shiner.
Oh my!
That's bait.
Lots of bait.
That's all that is bait. If I put shiners in, oh, there they come again. Brian B would still be on the couch if he went through what Sasquatch Stan. What the heck? Went through just saying. Yeah, Stan, you know I'm still going to be giving you grief even after the 2 weeks is up.
Oh, that's right. You still got another week yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave me that because my older sister passing away.
Yeah.
Which she inspired me for getting into YouTube and doing that.
Mm-hmm.
She also loved fishing, so she's a good older sister.
Yeah.
We were tight, but we were closer than we were with my mother, so that's why I'm having denial problem. I'm in denial over this one.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. So now we've got a new tournament between Smoke and Brian B set up. Bank versus Bank on the 18th. Uh-oh. There he is. Okay.
I need that shoebox in the house. What's going on here?
Stan, tonight during this live, I will let you have a free shot for comebacks just for tonight.
I'm waiting to see that comment. It's got to be worth it.
Uh-oh.
Hey, but you know me, I'm always loaded and ready.
Yeah, but you told him it was a free shot. That means you can't get back at it.
Yeah, no.
And Susquehanna Stan's now saying that Brian B can't bank fish.
I got Stan with one free shot for tonight. Let's see if we can make it good.
Uh-oh.
Harvey's going to fail and bomb out like a B-2 bomber.
Oh boy, oh boy.
All right. Can I put it this way? See if two stands goes down in smoke or raises it like an angel. Oh, hey. He's honoring what he gave me 2 weeks.
There you go.
Hey, I made it tempting for him, though.
Uh-oh.
Brian B said, Stan, all you're good for is keeping my motor running. Oh, boy.
At least he good something.
Smoke, yeah. What got this? What brought this 1v1 on with you and Brian?
Just like this conversation. As soon as you start talking, and he started talking about my fishing, I started talking about his fishing. Next thing you know, let's fish against each other.
So Brian B was skirting around.
Yeah, you know, I guess he got caught on a live tonight, and he got no choice but to throw a date out there. But it was just a bunch of smack talking.
A bunch of smack talking came into fire.
Yeah, because the wintertime, I can't catch a fish to save my life. So, he was giving me a bunch of hassle on my live. So, I don't believe he wanted to smoke. So I surrounded him in it. So hopefully he found his way out of it.
And-
no, hey, he's still confused in the smoke. That's where he took the. He ain't gonna get out of smoke until after the tournament.
Just real quick, Brian B said what he said. Two stands come back and said that's Susquehanna stand, not two stands. I knew that, but I'll just make sure to clarify it for everybody else. I knew that Brian B was talking about Susquehanna stand, not two stands.
But see, I know in 2 weeks, but at the end of the 2 weeks, he's gonna have something good to come back with.
Uh-oh.
But that's
Yeah,
all right.
you better be ready, Avid.
Hey, I got arsenals ready for him. I got claymores, I got MX missiles, I got nuclear drops.
Oh, man.
I got all kinds of stuff ready for two stands.
World War III.
No, it's gonna be World War III in 1.3 seconds.
Oh, man.
I'm coming up with a whole new list of comebacks for him. It's been 2.5 hours already.
Yep.
Wow.
Time flies.
We've been having a blast in here. And you, Rhonda, you didn't think we were going to have that kind of fun before this show.
I didn't plan on it being this long. I had only asked Smoke for an hour. I'm happy that he has joined us longer. Believe me, I can't thank him enough.
Well, I thank you for doing this, but if you ever went back to any of my lives that I have on my channel, not one live has been under an hour.
Well, I didn't plan on the live itself being an hour. I was only asking Smoke for an hour.
Right. I'm just saying, all my lives on my channel has went anywhere from 2 to 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing when you go live, that time just fly. You look up and you're like, wow.
You see, I like doing these lives like this to where we can have fun, we can talk fishing, we can joke around, have fun, and just let go.
Yeah.
It's not one of those lives where you just have that 1 hour interview. It's more of the interview, relaxing, having fun,
Yeah.
smack talking, all that wrapped up. And just let go and hang out at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Two Stands says, seriously, if you want to talk about Catfish Unity or hashtag Catfish Unity, all you had to do was look at the meet and greet yesterday. True family. Awesome people from the babies to the granddads. True family. Brian B followed that with Stan. That was an awesome day yesterday. I wish we could have all linked up today and did it again. And he's right. It was a blast. I would love to do it every day.
That will be the life.
Although I got to tell you, my hips and legs ain't going to stand 20 miles of walking every day.
That's where you need a motorbike.
Yeah, no kidding. Need something.
You need one of those little carts that you get out of the grocery store where you can just putt around and
Oh, man. See 50 of them with fishing rods. That would be hilarious.
Hey, they got them. You can make them where you can modify them where you can have rods going off the back of them and off the sides.
That's what Brian gonna need on the 18th. If we could get on one together.
Because hey, all you have to do is take that basket off the front and put 4 Mad Cat rod holders on the front and put your rods in there and set.
Yeah. Two Stands says, it's been a busy weekend for Smoke. From the meet and greet all day yesterday to winning stand day today. to being the to being the guest with Avid and Rhonda. You have had a busy weekend this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been fun.
No wonder you just wanted to lay around and sleep all day.
I'm used to all this.
But it's been an honor to have you up here and
Yes,
to serve
absolutely.
our country. You couldn't be a better guest for Memorial weekend. It's been an honor.
Buck Williams says, Smoke, did you ever work in the circus? Just asking because the way you were hanging on the fence this morning.
Oh man.
Hey.
Circus / the Marines. It felt like
there
a
you
circus
go.
while I was in there.
I told you you're gonna be in the hot seat.
Oh man. I need just
Piece
a little
of
bit
advice.
more rope that I could have tied my leg on and just fell in the water and pulled myself up.
Yeah, but there's no bars there. The highest bar was about 5 feet above you to where you couldn't reach it with your hand.
Oh yeah, I'd had to swim all the way back around where I went and landed that last carpet just to come back out that water. And I don't know no Lyft driver that would have let me in his car that's soaking wet.
No one would have. They made you walk.
No, man, don't tell him what I'm gonna smell like coming out of Potomac waters.
Oh Lord. Or what you're gonna grow extra once you get out.
No, he been the glow in the daylight glow stick.
Man, glow stick with 4 new eyes.
Yeah, glow.
Kaz and Brian are in here, and there was a live that Bex did where she was fishing the Anacostia with, I believe, Brian and Haz. They were all doing like a live group StreamYard thing, and she was fishing the Anacostia and had a piece of carp she threw out. When she brought it back in and showed it on camera, it was legitimately glowing.
Huh?
The Anacostia.
There's no telling what you're gonna pull out that water.
Mm-mm.
Hey, it could be a nurse shirt. I can't wait. I'm waiting for one of you, either you or Brian B, in this 1v1 or any 1v1 fishing a tidal water or the Mississippi or the James. You'd be fishing for a big flathead with big baits and end up hooking into a nurse shirt.
Oh man.
See what the reaction would be on that one.
Yeah, we just gonna cut lines.
I don't think I'd cut lines. I'd want to see how close I can get it to the bank so I can get a picture of it to prove what was on the line.
Well, if anybody can do it, it'd be Brian, especially with him on the bank. Ain't no telling what he gonna catch.
I think he'd be walking on water to get away from it. Anybody that's hooking their nurse shark, I think they'd either be walking on water or trying to walk on air to keep away from it.
I think I'm gonna be right beside him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guarantee you see something like that, you'd probably want to do everything in your power to stay 10 to 12 feet above it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I think it's just a shock to see it come out of the water, to come to the top of the water.
Oh, yeah. And a mouth that size, mouth radius of 3 feet in diameter. All of his razor sharp teeth.
That would be the first rod I give to the water.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to mess with
I'd say the hell with that. I still wouldn't give that rod to the water. Hey, like you said, once you got close to the bank and I could see it and got a picture, click goes the line.
Yeah, cut it. That's all I need is a picture. I don't need to hold them, touch them, no nothing.
Stan said that Stan 3 still remembers the hammerhead shark they caught way back when.
Oh, man.
Brian B said he ain't scared of nothing but snakes. And Susquehanna said only a bull shark can survive fresh water.
Actually, there are 2 sharks that can survive fresh water. There are 2 sharks that can swim from the ocean into freshwater and survive.
What's the second one? Because I've
The
only
nurse.
known about the bull shark.
The nurse shark.
Oh, okay.
Nurse and bulls both do it. You come up there to lay their young and leave them in there until they get their an older age where they can go back out into the salt water.
Well, I don't think none of them crazy enough to come down to Castile water, so I guess I'm okay.
Well, actually, those sharks have been known to swim 1,600 miles up in the fresh waters.
Oh, wow.
'Cause they've been caught up in the Mississippi.
Wow.
They've been caught in the Mississippi up around St. Louis.
Well, I guess you got global warming where the water is staying warmer up on this end, so I don't see where it wouldn't support them.
Yeah.
See, the bull shark and nurse shark have the freshwater capabilities because they have that pouch in the system to where they still have the saltwater content that they need to survive. So they'll go in there and breed their, have their young in there, but they'll leave their young in that fresh water until they get 8 to 10 feet long. Then they'll go back out into the ocean.
Oh, okay.
Because the sharks, they don't stay in there a long period of time, but sometimes they do get trapped in there through the locking dams.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked the game warden the other day, he says, if I catch a shark in this water, is there regulation saying that I can't keep it or I have to let it go back? They looked at me like, not that I know of. Open game. I was like, all right, fine.
Two Stan said they used to catch sand sharks all the time back in Jersey.
Yeah. Those are some nasty sharks. Walk off the beach into the ocean and run across a sand shark.
Yeah.
Sharks in general are not nice.
We need to get all the Potomac guys up here on the Chesapeake and go do like a day at Sandy Point or something and all go saltwater fishing for the day.
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
You know, two standards want to do that.
What's that?
Get in on the Chesapeake and go shark fishing.
Oh, I didn't say anything about sharks. I just said saltwater fishing.
Yeah.
I don't want to hook a shark, thank you.
Why not? It'd be fun.
No.
I'm saying the fight would be fun.
I don't know that I could. You didn't see me in person, so I guess you don't know how small I really am. I think a shark would kick my butt. Are you kidding?
I've seen a lady the other day when I was up at Alton getting tackled from Bluff City. She was 5'6", 98 pounds, and she showed me a picture of her on the Mississippi River holding a 96-pound blue.
I'll sit next to it after I hook it and someone else brings it in because it ain't pulling me in. It's not happening.
No, she had it on the bank. She was standing up holding that 96-pound blue by herself.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, whoa.
Stan gets it. If we get a shark or a ray, he'll get it for me. We're good. We're good. If not, I'm going surfing.
Oh, but
Don't worry, Stan ain't gonna let you go surfing.
Somebody better anchor me to the beach.
He'll make sure you're anchored to where you're not gonna go surfing. All right, did I see something in there about 220? Okay.
222 pounds. Two Stans is there.
That'd be alive to see.
Me being pulled into the water by a shark? Sure. Thanks, Abbott. I love you too.
No, I didn't say you getting pulled into the water. You going to hook. You going to pick up your rod because it's bent over and you hook set it, and all of a sudden you see this dorsal fin and this tail fin about 5 feet apart come up out of the top of the water.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Yes, he would have to, Stan. He would have to. We're talking about what would happen if I got hooked into a shark.
Oh yeah.
Chew Stan says itty bitty could anchor you. He would have to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then she thinks that you and her go skiing across the top of the water.
No, he would hold me back. He's big enough that he could hold me back. But if it was me and I hooked into it and tried to play it, I could see it pulling me and me surfing across the top of the water. Yeah, I could see that being just what happened.
All right, Kaz, you have a good night. Kaz, think about this one Sunday night. We'd like to get you up here as a guest.
Hi, Josh. Sleep well. But yeah,
For
Avid.
reference, she is 100 pounds on a good day. I'm every bit of
I was
360.
thinking more fishing whiskers, more of 80 pounds soaking wet.
probably now.
Yeah. But I'm every bit of 360. I got her. I'm a human anchor.
So, whoop, we lost him.
He's back.
I gotta put him back on the hot seat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey, this show is about you tonight, so it ain't about me or Fresh Rhonda. So
Never a show about me.
Works for
Don't
me.
want-
but it's been fun having you up here.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate y'all inviting me to have me on.
Do you have any final thoughts?
Other than thank you for getting this Brian B situation taken care of, and figure out a way that you could participate in this 1v1, hosting, commentating some type of way for cornering the man for me. Has done locked it in. We got a date and everything, so I'm appreciative of that alone.
Maybe if I can swing it. No, wait a minute. What week is that? Yeah, I might be able to swing it. Maybe I can come down and be your Joey.
Then he gonna have some
Damn.
excuses for that.
Hey, and she has to be on camera. Smoke.
Works for me.
If I'm down there and doing Joey, there's no way I wouldn't be on camera.
Because I already know he gonna have E with him, and E gonna catch 99.9% of his fish anyway. So
You see,
I might as well have some help too.
E's fish won't count. Only Brian's fish.
But see, that's the thing about it. They got some type of magic that goes on. It looks like Brian is catching the fish, but it's actually E. They got some type of filter that they're working with.
Hey, you know the cinema you got that kind of power with the camera. You know how to make that work. You got that kind of background. Hello?
I think his phone froze on him again.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Every time I see something about Brian, I go out. So I'm gonna leave him alone.
Hey, you got that kind of cinematography techniques that you can make that work for you too.
Hey, we're gonna try. But he the only one that can carry a green screen around with him. That's the only way it works.
That ain't hard. All you have to do is carry a green sheet behind you.
Uh-oh.
And you thought maybe it was Mac or Tony that was doing, or Tony was saying stuff about you and Mac blocking his signal. How does he know it wasn't Brian B?
Yeah, see, we gotta go back to the table and have a conversation about this.
Now Max says that we got to set up the feud.
Say that
Yeah.
again.
Now
Max
we got to set
is
up the
saying that
feud.
We got to set up the feud.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the table and pick sides like the Wild Wild West, take 10 steps and draw.
Yeah, that's going to take more than a couple of minutes to sit here and get everybody's schedules and days and times and everything good. So that's going to take some work in the background to get that set up.
Yeah. Everybody should be straight on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah.
Late evening should work.
So Rhonda,
Yes, sir.
how'd you like your first co-host live?
I'm happy. I don't know how the chat felt about it. I don't know how our guests feel about it. Well, I'm happy.
So how'd you feel about it, Smoke?
I'm loving it.
Her as a co-host.
I'm a rookie, so I can't speak on nobody's. I don't even know the last time I've been on a live this long, except for me fishing. So,
No, how'd you feel as Rhonda being a co-host?
oh, lovely. She the one that came and had the conversation with me about, how you feel about a talk show. I said I love talking, so I guess it works for me. So she said we'll have you on. At first it was next week, then she came back and was like, "Hey, we're gonna do it this week." Works for
Well,
me.
when you told me that you usually are at work on Mondays to Friday and you had today or tomorrow off, I'm like, well, you know what? Let's not bug him on a week where he's got to go to work the next day. Let's hit him now. So, there he is.
Yeah. I was trying to say you may have a gym on your hand. I think it'll be a perfect fit.
I think so too.
Thank you.
She wants to find out what people in chat think, but I already know my choice and decision. But I'm gonna wait till I ask this for people in chat. People in chat, do you think she would be Catfish and Crappie? What do you think about Rhonda being a co-host here tonight on the show? Yes, you like it, or what?
You may have to ask Stan, because Stan may get a little jealous.
I'll beat your Stan.
It's okay. I can handle, 2 stands in the morning with the carp and the, catfish, and we can have our fun. And then Saturday evening, here I am.
I just had to put that one in there.
And thank you, Stan. Hey, Mark, how are you doing?
Now, there's an awesome guy right there. Chris Everett. Mark says absolutely.
Oh, that means a lot coming from Mark.
Exactly. Hey, with Mark being the person that I know him to be, and after meeting him and talking with him, he's an amazing dude. So he has, I have a lot of respect for him.
Yes.
I have a lot of respect for other people in the catfishing community, but I met him a couple times. Thank you, Mark, for the super chat.
And Stan, I got it, and I looked at it, and that is huge.
And I plan oh, never mind. You got distracted by something. But me and Rhonda has talked about this, and she wanted to find out what chat thought. And I told her I'd let her know after I asked this. But to me, she has a permanent home as a co-host seat if she wants it.
And my answer to you was, as long as your chat is okay with it, because your followers were here before me. So there you go.
Well, it's your seat.
Did you read Stan? I did do that. Ask Smoke, he'll tell you. Two Stan says Rhonda already does a better job on the controls than I do. She even blocked me on my own show this morning.
Oh,
I heard that story already. Two Stans. But
all he had to do was mention the S word, and he went in the basement.
I'm loving Rhonda more now as it is. He hears the S word, and there goes Stan.
Yeah, that's what normally happens.
So, Rhonda, you are.
I told everybody at the meeting. Thank you. I'll be here on Sundays. Now, I just to let you know, and everybody in chat know, the week of June 9th to June 16th, I will be traveling. So I may have signal issues or difficulty getting in and actually being here on those days. But on June 10th, I have a date at the dock with Tom and Michelle. So, and Aaron.
Not a problem.
I will be fishing from the dock that week.
We can do open mics or have a guest pop in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard about that. Those stories, Two Stans. How the people on panel were rolling about you getting put in the basement.
Over an S word. Even funnier is the fact that during the actual live show, he was talking about Freddie making the wood burnings, and he went to reach for the picture, and I didn't realize he was getting ready to promote Freddie, but he went to reach for the picture, and I'm like ready with the button to hit it if he would have said, and when I caught this, he was going to go to the basement, and here it was. He was trying to show Freddie's work, and I'm like, oops, we're going to come back away from that button.
Yeah, people, I need to learn how to do that, Mark. Put up the subscriber mode.
I don't know that I know either.
I don't know how to do it. For some reason, this weekend, these bots have been going out of nowhere to do the go crazy with this stuff.
Yeah.
So
I have to learn how to share something with you or how to share the screens.
I can help you with that.
Because I can show you the large stingray that Stan just showed me a picture of, so I'm not afraid.
All right, you see down on the, can you send it to me?
Are you okay with me doing that, Stan? Let me make sure it's okay with him that I share the picture.
Oh, shucks, darn it.
Uh-oh.
Two Stan said, yeah, it is simple, Abbott. And even if you have it set for 1 minute, even new people from new channels don't have to wait that long. And yes, I can share it. So send you this picture, right?
Yeah, you can send it to me in Messenger.
Yep.
Yeah, can Hogleg only needs one more for 500.
There you
There
go.
it is. I know, I heard a ding. Instead of a frog, I heard a ding. Come on. Where you at, mouse?
Did you find it?
I'm opening up Messenger.
Good evening all around, Sarah. Okay. Mark, did I make it to the DC meet and greet? Yes.
How did you enjoy it?
It was an absolute blast. And I know we had every bit of 300 rods out along that shoreline. It was just a row of nothing but beautiful rods the whole way down. Yes, Smoke did also.
And no fish.
But it was fun. I don't know of anybody that complained once about not catching fish.
I think they were there more for the fun of it.
Yeah, that's all it was.
It was definitely.
Bait was changed every 4 hours.
Every 4 hours.
Yeah, because that's about when we remembered that we needed to do something, or that we remembered we were even fishing.
There you go, everybody. That's the picture?
Yes. And Solo Text and Adventure, Ricky wants to know, Smoke, how much are you charging an hour for this interview?
0.0 cent. Unless he knows something I need to know.
Hey, Solo likes causing trouble anyway. He's lucky. Solo is on probation, so he knows he got his wrench back, but he also knows he can get hammered again too.
Oh, man.
Be nice to Ricky.
I am nice.
Okay.
Hello, Ron, Sarah. So, there's what person in the catfish community would you like to go fishing with?
You talking to me?
Yeah, you're the one in the hot seat.
Epic. The catfish professor. That will probably be the number one person. Just the wealth of knowledge. If I could spend a week on the water with him, oh man, that would be awesome.
Heck, you spend a week on the water with him, he'd be talking nothing but questions. You'd have him 24/7 just.
Oh man.
There'd be no sleep
at all.
Information overload. No information overload.
You'd be driving back to DC like process time, process.
And I would soak it all in.
Smokey Tusian says, don't worry, Smoke. Agent Murillo will be contacting you soon.
Uh-oh. Just got rid of some agents and now another agent coming. Oh, my.
Hey, this is a freelance show, so I don't know any agents and I don't take invoices, so it ain't going to work. All invoices I get from agents, they go to the burn pile and make real good fire starter for campfires and bonfires.
Oh, man.
You have anything else, Rhonda?
I am just about all questioned out. I think I learned all of it. Well, see, a lot of it had to come from, I've had personal conversations with Smoke yesterday. So I learned a lot about him. And I tried to remember questions off of things he told me to ask so that other people got the knowledge that he shared with me yesterday. So I hope that I was able to do that in this show. Smoke, is there anything that you can think of that you would want someone to know that you weren't asked about tonight?
I had the slightest clue. I think I was asked more than I was expected, but you know.
Like I told you before the show, I come off the wall with questions.
Oh, that's how I love them.
I know some shows they have preordained questions. I just like shoot from the hip.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because if you need time to answer questions about yourself, then you got some issues going on. You need to go sit in the corner and learn about yourself first. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
I answer any questions, you know.
Well, I do a little bit of background at the beginning of the show so people get a little bit of knowledge. Then we hit the regular catfish questions. Then after that, it's a free for all for having fun.
Yeah, that's all it's about.
Yeah.
It's always good to know what else, you know, anglers do outside of fishing. You know, get to learn the character of the person.
Two Stan says, look at how much Smoke has learned about carp in such a short time. Much respect for him, for Smoke.
Oh yeah, a big bookworm. I get something in my head and want to learn. I'll spend hours learning. Learn the scientific way, then learn my way.
Then mastering it for one of your own techniques.
Yeah. So hopefully I can get on some other species during the year instead of just common carp. Because I would love to catch a mirror carp. Some of the
mirror carp is like
I've seen of those fish, so I would love to catch one of those.
Mirror carp is almost somewhat like a catfish skin with scales on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Partial skin and partial scales. That's a mirror carp. But they're very exotic and rare.
Yes.
But they're a heck of a fight.
Yeah, so I have to split my time up finding new carp spots and new catfish spots outside of the Potomac. Love to travel, so that'd be perfect.
If you ever caught a mirror carp, you'd see how beautiful it is for a carp species. It's just their designs of the scales and the skin are never the same.
Yes.
It's just like I say, it's a native fish, but it's an exotic fish.
Yeah.
It's just odd seeing that kind of a carp with skin and scales.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, so that's on the bucket list.
Being up all night last night for the last 3 days.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I do that a lot for work. But doing it for pleasure, I'll do it again for fishing and stuff. Stella, what are you doing? Retracting messages? Solo, he has 3 messages he put in chat, but on StreamYard they still show up. But in chat he retracted them.
Oh, Solar Texas. He's our retractor.
He's retracted.
Types it, leaves it in for a few seconds so that it can be read, and then retracts it.
Well, that retractor's going to retract his wrench.
He's timing himself out. Lee Maloney said.
Oh, really?
He says, I'm timing myself out.
Let's see a second. Boom.
What did you just do?
Timed him out.
Yeah.
He said he's timing himself out, so I'm like, okay, he needs a 300-second break. Hey, Rhonda, he asked for it.
Well, I don't know. He said timing himself out. He didn't say he wanted somebody to time him out, so he did it.
He'll be back in.
I know.
Hey, and he still has his wrench. He was still blue when it got timed out. So
Just wrong.
I couldn't resist that one. That was just way too funny.
Just wrong.
Hey, Dave Garcher. You see, we like picking on certain people in here. And since
I take it Ricky's one of those people.
and since Pontoon Jody wasn't in here, I had to do that in her honor. Because Pontoon Jody likes picking on Solo.
Mm-hmm.
And since she wasn't here, I had to do that in her honor. I had to tag Solo for him.
Gotcha.
I know, but retraction Ricky does that all the time. But
see, I told you it's just something he always does. Every
I know.
chat I've seen him in, he'll write his message, and then a few seconds later, you see it go away. Mark wants to know why you're picking on Ricky.
I
Leave
did
no
that in
evidence.
honor of Jody because Jody was not in chat tonight. I did that for Pontoon Jody. Because every time she's in chat, she gives Ricky a grief. So she wasn't able to make it in here tonight. So I did it for her. She's a good person. I miss when she's not in here. Because she keeps chat rolling.
One of these days, when Smoke's off on a Friday, we'll have to get him into that Jody Flathead challenge. That would be fun for him.
You mean Thursday night?
Or Thursday. Well, it's Friday morning. Jeez.
It starts at Thursday night, ends up in Friday morning.
Yeah, so he has to have Friday off to participate in Thursday's challenge. That's why I said when he has a Friday off, he can participate in Jody's challenge.
Yeah, we gotta make that happen one of these times.
Yep.
Mark, he'll be back here in less than 300 seconds.
Free Ricky.
Wait, once you time him out, you can't take it back.
Yeah, I don't know that you could even. Like if somebody did it accidentally, even I don't think you can go back and take it back.
I tried it after someone done it, and it wouldn't let me take it back. But after the show, I'm going to help you work with you and get you as a co-host set up.
Okay.
In here. So that way we can make it permanent.
Yep.
I'm waiting 5 minutes for Ricky to come back in.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to make it. Oh, he's good. I just want to see what he has to say about it.
Are you sure you really want to?
Yeah.
You may not like it.
I just tell him why I did it. It was in honor of Pontoon Jody since she wasn't in here tonight. And the funny thing is, he's still. Huh?
Something tells me that you better hope there isn't another chat that Ricky's a moderator in and you're not.
I've been in them before. And I've never had no problems.
Just saying. You better hope he's not a moderator in some channel you're not. He may pay you back.
Hey, I begged him to do it in one chat that is moderator, and I was, and he didn't do it.
And
You didn't even
since
trust me.
Stan brought it up, I do want to mention that Smoke has agreed with Stan to be a contestant every stand day. So Smoke has become pretty much a permanent fixture on stand day.
I've been thinking about doing that stand day thing. I've been thinking
Well,
about it.
all I can tell you is send him an email or a message.
Or a bomb.
No, no bombs. Not allowed. No. No, 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 no.
I know, I was thinking about a stink bomb, not a regular bomb.
Well, I didn't even think bomb blow up. I'm just saying no bombs. No bombs, no skunks, no, none of that.
Whoops,
Okay,
we
get me
lost
off
him.
full screen. Yeah, I see that. I don't like full screen. See? I made it go away.
Good. That's good.
I think you timed Solo out and he said, "To heck with you, I'm leaving you."
No, he's just having phone issues. His iPhone is rebelling.
Shh, Dan, don't tell him that. I was trying to get him in touch with you. There, Solo.
Hey, I'd rather get in contact with Rhonda anyway.
Oh, there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Sitting here fighting with this phone. It's worse than fighting with the fish yesterday.
Nope. I want to say this. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifices. And thank you for honoring us, for coming up here tonight and helping us to get to know you better. It's been a real honor. Rhonda?
Yes, sir.
You have anything to say?
Other than thank you, Smoke, for being here and making it very easy for me to approach someone and ask someone for the first time to be a guest. I mean, he made it an absolute breeze for me. So thank you, Smoke. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for giving more than we asked. I appreciate it a lot.
We do appreciate it, and thank you.
And we lost him, his poor phone.
That phone is just giving him grief.
Yeah.
Good night, Mark.
Good night, Mark.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I saw him. He said, "Thank you, Mark and Rhonda. I seem to be Avid and Jody's target all the time, but it's okay. I'm used to it. That's okay."
No,
Ricky,
I didn't
the
do
next
this for me tonight. I did this in honor of Jody since she wasn't in here.
Avid, don't put it on Jody. You've done this before to me. Jody and I think that's where she got it from.
Hey, Jody, anytime Jody sees you in chat, so she sends you sharks after you. So she wasn't in here, so I did this in her honor. So if you see Jody, let her know I tagged you in my chat for her. But it was fun.
Oh, poor Ricky.
Don't go anywhere, Rhonda. I'm going to end this.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you for being in here, being a guest. We will be working on a guest for next week. If it looks like it might be want to be outdoors.
Okay.
If not, we will have someone in the backup.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get to be a guest on here, either contact me or Rhonda, and we will make it set up. If you contact us, make sure you send us a picture of you and your fish and your channel name, whether it be through Facebook Messenger or through email, which you can get our emails from our About page on our YouTube page, or Messenger on Facebook.
Yep.
So feel free to contact us if you want to get on here and get your channel shouted out and to let you get to know you more. With that being said, tight lines and good night and God bless.
Good night.